But all right. For people that were here, we're gonna do experience. We don't need to go through, did we learn something new and did we save someone from the machinations of evil? Technically, you've got both of those, so I don't even need to really go through that. Technically,
Hmm.
you saved Jeffrey for the machinations of evil. I'll give you that one because he now knows that there's something wrong and he's probably going to have to deal with that. Um, and also, did you learn something new about the world or the other heroes? Yeah, easy enough. So I'll give you guys all
Hmm.
2 points in whatever roles you had. Um, did you have any? I know a couple of you guys had failed rolls. I hope you took track of those.
Yeah, I'm
I
keeping
did
track of my.
not. I definitely had some field rolls though.
Okay, let me think about your failed rolls. I know you failed one in the newspaper office when you were trying to figure out if the lizard man was
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
was playing
exactly.
it straight with you. So that was a failure. And Zeppo failed once doing the worst sneak check I've ever seen. So because apparently he decided to sing the Mission Impossible theme while he snuck around. So that was not the
Dun
greatest plan.
dun dun dun
Yeah,
dun
that doesn't help your
dun
sneak.
dun
Just like
dun
saying I'm
dun.
sneaking doesn't help your sneak. Uh,
Wearing
Yes, it
something like
does.
really like a hood that doesn't really
it
make
doesn't
you blend in.
it doesn't make you blend in very well. No. Anyone else you're gonna have to kind of remember. I think David did fail something, but I can't remember what it was offhand. It was something
Uh,
I
unimportant,
I
probably.
with the two that I just got, I'm currently sitting at 9.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna do point spending right away. Not, there's not really been
Yep.
time for it, but we can definitely do
Hmm.
it if we do a weekend skip or something. You know what I mean? Then you have
Hmm.
time.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, okay. Well, there's a
so
lot.
wait.
Go
So
ahead.
how much experience?
So two plus whatever you earned from failed rolls. So in your case, I think
Oh,
three.
three.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm up to 7, I think.
But we'll do spending
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
before when we do the weekend time skip, which I assume will happen at some point. That's when we'll do spending.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do this time wise. It makes the most sense. Eddie, you have just finished your conversation with that person.
Oh yes.
You still time to get to the club, though you were delayed by a few hours. Do you wish to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean it
They
was a
might still be there, or you might be able to find out where they are if you go to the club room.
I would like to kind of at least I mean these are people I just went through an experience with. I kind of don't want to leave it there.
Okay, that's fine. With some minor, like maybe asking a staff member who's roaming around or whatever, you could find the newspaper room. Um, I'm trying to think time wise how this works. You walk in and you see two people in the room. You see you see Guan, who you've met once, I think, who is the half Korean kid with the round face, the glasses, and he's got photography equipment laid out and he's working on it. And then you see your ghoulish friend, and he's busy like playing with some knickknacks and looking at sheet music. And they look up at you. Oh, good. They just left us here to like watch over the room. I don't know where we're supposed to go. That's what the first thing that comes out of his mouth.
Wait, my ghoulish friend?
Yeah, your friend who man, names. Your friend who likes to collect the bones. Why can't I remember my?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yep. My
Lewis.
knee. Lewis, thank you. Lewis. Yeah. Dean. Make sure to add a +1 to a random roll at some point. Yes. Lewis. Uh, definitely is here, and he's looking over what appears to be a pile of sheet music and fiddling with a bone finger or something.
It's Louis
No,
Brand, right?
Lewis Brand. Yep. And he's messing with like a little bone thing with his hand while he's reading. But yes, he's like, "Oh, good, someone else came, so we don't have to keep the door locked or whatever," you know. So where have you been, and have you seen the rest of you guys? Like, where is everybody?
Oh, I have no idea, honestly. I just got here myself.
From last time and this will be Lewis. He goes, "I think some of them ran to the lunchroom, and then some of them went to the bathroom or something like that." Anyway, I don't really know much from there. I've been kind of trying to figure out this weird sheet music they found.
Sheet music.
Yeah, he'll show it to you. I don't know how much you know about music, but he'll point out he's been staring at it for a couple hours. He goes, it's weird progression of no 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 no, and he's like doing this like thing with his finger, and he's like, yeah, I don't. I mean, I know music, but this seems fast. Like the pacing is really fast and really kind of all over the place. And it's supposed to be a solo, I guess, or it's part of a solo.
Could just be a rip and flute solo. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm looking at it. I mean, they told me to try to figure it out, and I mean, I know music a little bit. I hang out near the music room, and I have a couple of friends, but this is, I think, above what I normally do.
You sure? I don't know. Who gave you this busy work?
Uh, let's think about it. We'll go back in his head. I think it was David's character. I'm just trying to remember his name. Why is your name's David and not your character's name?
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Oh, is my
adjust
name
that for
coming up
later.
as David?
Yeah, it's coming up as David. You must have
Okay.
changed it for something.
Yeah, I had a thing.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you don't want to show up as like your character David, at
Yeah.
a family function or something.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, Derek. He's like, I think Derek and people told me to look this over.
Okay. I hope he's not pulling your leg.
No, I mean, I just don't think there's a lot of people. You'll also see on the table a pile of books about music, a couple of books about like vampires, like generic books. And Juan just looks up and goes, I have no idea. I was just told to take headshots and take shots of the room, and now I'm cleaning my video equipment, like his camera equipment. Anyway, I think Lewis is right. I think they went to the lunchroom.
All right. Well, I'll check on them and see what's going on.
Okay. Meanwhile, cut to Derek. Lewis has left in a stream of tears out the back door.
You mean
Uh,
you mean Jeffrey? You
I'm
mean
sorry,
Jeffrey.
Lewis. Oh my God. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I have too many NPCs and I'm wearing, that's no problem now. Uh,
Yep.
Jeffrey has left with a stream of tears, the real one, and now has left you alone in the hallway. I assume after a short moment, you'll probably start heading back to the lunchroom.
Well, I also saw that thing outside, right?
Oh yeah, did you want to try to investigate that more? The magical traces and stuff on it are probably not usable, but it is weird.
Yeah, I'll go at least look around it, see if I can't find something.
Okay. Do you touch the thing or do you just leave it alone?
Um, I'm gonna look around first,
Sure.
because I don't want to cause any kind of problems.
You looks like
Um,
it's the sun is starting to set, but there's nobody really around.
mm-hmm. Sure. I'm going to do some kind of an investigation roll. I'm trying to see what
Sure,
I
there is one. Let me get a character sheet open so I get you the right thing.
Yep.
Actually, not the character sheet. The sheet that tells you all the moves. There's the condensed one.
Yep.
Okay. Let's say it in my head. Lewis is the guy who likes the boats. Jeffrey is the person with the lizard man clone. There we go.
Yep. There you go.
Glitter.
I could do either a glimpse the truth.
That's true, yeah.
What is that? That's plus mental, which I have nothing in. Or I could do seek guidance, so I could maybe.
You
I don't
could.
need to transform to
Right.
reach out to Toby, right?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Are we linked? Well, sorry, are we linked right now?
No, not unless he's transformed. If he's transformed, you're mentally linked.
Team chance.
Reminder, seek guidance is once per session, and if you fail the roll, you can make it really bad for everyone. So, but that's
for
normal.
everyone. Oh,
It
that's
says
great.
you fear that everyone is in danger. The GM holds 4. Yeah, go.
Oh.
Do it.
Yep. This is a. What am I actually rolling? Just 2d6?
It is a pure
Adding it.
chance roll. There are no stats added.
Okay. Well, in that case,
It's negative. It's 6 or less. So it's like a 50-50 coin flip. That's what we're going
well,
here.
since I'm not adding anything because to glimpse the truth because of mental, it's still the same thing. But
True.
it's less detrimental if I go with glimpse the truth.
Okay. Let me go look at that then. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
fair.
yeah, I have nothing in mental. So
You're
I'm
still
going to roll.
on a 6 or less. You would cover a dark truth about yourself, situation, or another character. That's fun.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. but I'm not endangering everybody.
No, you're not endangering everyone.
As much as I know you would enjoy that.
No,
I
this
don't
is
want
not
to endanger.
endangering anyone. However, you might
Yeah.
become concerned about yourself or another person.
The reason
Well, so
the
go
reason I
ahead.
bring
I
up
rolled
being linked.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
The reason I bring up being
Yeah.
linked is that on Glimpse the Truth, I have all my skills are based around Glimpse the Truth.
The problem is you
Oh.
can't glimpse it for him.
Right. No. But I'm saying because we're not next to each other, I can't use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, he has to be transformed on top of that too, because it's a mental connection that can only happen when he's in his other form.
Okay, so I get to ask 3 questions
Yeah.
from this list.
Correct.
So I have what happened here recently, what's about to happen, what's the most dangerous thing here. I'm going to start with what happened here recently, since clearly something happened with this plant to kill it, and then maybe
okay.
that'll. Yep.
So what happened here recently? Somebody altered this plant in an unnatural way. It is not dead. It is simply black.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a goth
not
plant.
dead.
I love it.
It's a goth plant. They planted goth seeds
Alright.
over here.
Before I ask my next question, just more of a visual scan. Does it look like a normal plant, or does it look like it's like grown teeth or anything like that?
You might have to get closer to examine that, but it looks like a normal plant.
All right. So let me ask this question. Okay, there's one in here. What sort of creature is this?
You think that this is the tangly grabby kind of creature. This is a binding kind of creature.
And then, okay, I'm gonna go with who is in control here.
Who is in control here? It's tough to say. But let me think about. This is definitely related to some of the stuff you've already been dealing with. This is an unnatural power that has been placed on this, which means it's probably another user out there somewhere.
So I know that Linda had some kind of a patron, correct?
Yeah. You
But we
assume
never
yes.
but we never figured out who that patron was.
Right, but no one really asked who the patron was. But there was a lot going on then, you know.
Okay. And then obviously, Jeffrey's clone being a lizard person is probably some kind of an alternate patron there. Correct?
You don't think they're related? No.
No, and exactly. So they don't. I don't think they're related, and so this, this seems like it is probably a third patron,
It
or
seems
does it
like
feel like it might be?
it's definitely magic based, but this is done by a different person. You know what I mean? It's not Linda or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to dig into that concept a little bit.
No, that's fine.
And so you said that it looks kind of grabby and
It looks
slightly
like
dangerous.
Slightly dangerous, kind of grabby, but overall kind of weak because it's just a single plant.
All right. Would you say that I have my knife on me, or would I have to summon that?
I don't know. Do you have your knife on you? If you say you do, that's fine. I just want you to know you've been walking around school with a knife in your pocket the whole time.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay,
so
you have a knife on you.
Well, I was gonna say probably don't have it on me. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe I should.
If you wish it into existence, you can. Just remember,
So,
one of these times it is going to fail, and it is going to be
I know.
hilarious.
I get that. But again, this so in Dungeons and Dragons, one of your talents as an Eldritch Knight, which is my favorite subclass, is you can actually call your weapon to yourself at will. So I'm kind of thinking of this character more and more like that.
That's right. Well, remember that the tentative name for your group was the Eldritch Knights.
Yes, exactly. I think I might have been the one who came up with that. I forget that.
It's fine. It does sound like
matter.
you have copyright or something, you know?
No, I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, so that would be a I'm pretty sure that would be a mystical roll, +2.
Okay.
So yeah, I am going to
Come
continue to
on,
poke that.
boxcars. Come on, what?
I'm gonna continue to poke. So I
Yes.
rolled a 9 +2.
Yeah,
That's an 11.
not today. Sure. Here's your knife.
Yep. Yep. So
Yes.
and I
The world
believe.
does another. The world does another ripple in response. You know, the
Yep.
normal.
Yep. That's fine.
Adding a tally somewhere.
And so I get 2, so I can hold 1. Um, I'm going to step away and call the knife to myself, and then use the second one to make the telekinetic attack. So I'm gonna hit it and draw the knife back to myself.
Okay. You're not rolling for that. It's just a thing you're doing because it
Well,
can't
yeah, because I get.
dodge.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
that.
because I get the 2
Yeah.
for rolling above a 10, so I can call it to myself, and then I can use a second one
Okay.
with the the ability to move objects
It's fine.
less than
You
5 pounds.
you slay the small plant,
Mm-hmm.
and it bleeds a little bit of greenish ichor, and you hear a
Mm-hmm.
tiny, tiny scream.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Now what do
Um,
you do?
Now I'm going to pick up what is left
Yeah.
of it, and does it look like it's still black? It's still
Yeah, yeah.
clearly
Contaminated,
okay.
yep.
Yeah, I'm going to bring this back to the group and let them see
Good time.
what I've discovered.
Where are you headed? Back to the lunchroom or back to
I
the
believe
room?
that's where I left everybody.
Okay, that's fine. And about 3, 2, 1, everyone comes and meets in the lunchroom. One comes in one side, Eddie comes in from the left, and from your right, Derek comes in. And the one thing that will happen is as Derek approaches and walks by with the whatever he has, the lizard man kind of passes by you. I think you're just gonna let him go, right? I assume.
He's He's going past me.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be like being aggressive about it. He's just leaving.
I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, Jeffrey?
Hi, Jeff.
He'll wave.
So like,
And,
like
start to head out.
playing along at this point. Like, all right, it is what it is.
Good choice,
I don't think I'm going to see the other Jeffrey. So
No, not for a little while. He might be spending some time
yeah,
at home / at a place that's nice and cozy.
yeah,
uh,
with pillows on the walls.
pillows on the walls. It'll be interesting as he's still going to school, but we'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's somebody else's problem.
All right. So from one side comes Eddie, and one side comes Derek, and now everyone's in the lunchroom. Good, clean that up. Go ahead, guys.
How'd all that go?
About as good as it could be expected to.
Right on. I don't think we're going to be seeing actual Jeffrey anytime soon. So
Wait, was
might as
that
well
the
just
clone?
yeah, that was Lizard Jeffrey.
Oh,
What would you do with the real Jeffrey?
I didn't do anything. Life decided to break him though. He couldn't handle all of that just happened, and he went home crying. And I have a feeling that he's going to be there crying for a good long time.
It's understandable. That's enough to break a person. And
Yeah, a normal person. Yeah,
the
absolutely.
longer he stays out of the picture, the better it is for everyone involved, including
Yeah.
Jeffrey
I mean, yeah, including new Jeffrey. So
and old Jeffrey.
it is what it is.
Poor guy.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to get help. So hopefully his parents will be understanding and help him get the help he needs. Um,
he needs help. I don't know if his parents can help him with that. That doesn't really seem.
well, I mean, we can't help him. So hopefully somebody else
maybe
can help
not,
him.
but I'm kind of worried that this isn't an isolated incident.
No, clearly there are other people walking around pretending to be other people who are supposed to be walking around. But at least we have an ally among them in a sense, and hopefully we can use that to figure out what it is they're actually trying to do, and if it's nefarious, we can stop it, and if it's not nefarious, maybe we can help them to, I don't know, find some good in this world. But clearly, it's not like they're like ripping people's faces off and using their skin to walk around. So the
So
lizard people.
you met
Huh?
Jeffrey the lizard then.
Yeah, that was him just now.
You spoke to him though. What how did that go?
Uh, uh, Dean, you want to fill her in on fill Eddie in on all that since I didn't hear all of it.
Yeah. What exactly do you want to know?
I mean, you spoke to Lizard Jeffrey, right?
Yeah. It seems like. Do you ever watch the TV show V?
The
Anyway, so it's what it is it's a story about these aliens who come to Earth in peace, and they start trying to incorporate themselves into society, and they end up wearing like these fake masks, and they look like people, and well, that's what the lizard people are trying to do. I'm not really sure where they're from, or what their deal is. I don't know what their real motives are, but they seem like they're just trying to be peaceful, but they're probably not. They're probably going to eat us, probably.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
so
we
I
got
think,
into this mess, but
but it just gets worse. Oh,
this
and look what I
this
got!
news club,
Look what I
I
found
don't
outside.
know.
Just so you guys know, I put it in chat as well. Claire's character felt exhausted after her conversation with the lizard man and all this negotiation and talking and stuff, so they headed home. That's what
Cool.
happened.
So
Yeah.
where's Viola? Where's Claire? How are they doing?
That is a good
What are they
question
up to?
about Viola, which you guys will have to investigate. She didn't show up for the club.
This is a
Yeah, I
question
guess
that
we'll.
Eddie asked.
We actually. Oh, geez, we haven't actually heard from Viola since the fight. Maybe she's might need to look in on her, see how she's doing.
Oh.
Um, and Claire was here, but Claire's not here. What happened to Claire?
Claire, you did remember something about you. One of you guys remembers that she said something like she was exhausted after conversing with the lizard man and negotiating all of that and dealing with a lot and running around and carrying books, and so they were just like they would take the rest of the day off basically.
Okay, all right.
So basically, before Eddie got there, Claire had left. I just again I tried to tell
Yeah.
people in chat, but I didn't want to
Oh,
break
okay.
conversation.
I got you. Yep.
Fair enough. Wait, so was Viola supposed to be here?
She's part of the club, I think. I mean, as far as you guys know, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, first off, let me ask this out of character. Your wife isn't here, right?
She is not going to be playing at least for a while. So
Okay. Um. Well, I mean, we'll have to deal with that. However, we're going to deal with that.
I already
I,
don't worry. I have there's stuff. I've already got that all under control.
cool. That's fine. Yeah. Maybe we'll stop by Vale's house sometime this weekend or after school at some point and check on her, make sure she's okay. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, so it's hard to keep track of everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I just want well, I came in today because I mean, after I don't even know how to describe that night, but I am still sore.
Yeah, I mean, moving that fast probably is taxing.
Your backpack certainly didn't enjoy that at all.
Yeah, and just
Oh,
now, I mean, thank you though for I don't know. I wanted to say thank you because this is all just very overwhelming, and I'm glad I'm not the only one who's got crazy glowy powers because it's sometimes is way too much, and I don't know how to handle this. All right. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, definitely good to have a group of people you can kind of lean on. And I
yeah.
look at all three of them kind of in turn. Um, oh, I found this plant after Jeffrey left that is clearly magical. I show it to everybody. Black, bleeding green ichor. It doesn't look terribly dangerous, but I had plants grow, and so I figured I'd cut it down and maybe go back to that same spot tomorrow or whatever, and just make sure it's not growing back and becoming a problem.
Can I hold on to
Uh,
this? I wanna
huh?
take a closer look at that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can tell that the magic that's incorporated with it is got nothing to do with um, the lizard people or Linda's patron. So that's good, but it also means that there are just that many more uh, cooks, evil cooks in the kitchen, as it were. So we got a lot of people out there we've got to deal with as we move forward.
I can't believe that I was oblivious to this, all of these things for so long.
Which
Right?
things?
The portals, the people that can
Oh,
summon hell's hounds. I the lizard people that I guess I just never paid attention to conspiracy theories stories that closely.
yeah, maybe the CIA did kill it, FDR after all.
Wow.
I don't know. You
What
know
else?
what?
You know what? I'm just saying. What else? What else is true?
All I'm
If
saying
lizard
is
people are real,
it's really hard to know what to believe right now, and I hope I can trust you. That's all I have to say.
well, it's actually a good point. How do we know? How do I know you guys are not lizard people?
Well, I mean,
Sorry.
let's first. I mean, I think that we've all, I mean, cards on the table. We all have dealt with Toby, right?
Toby.
I mean,
Yes.
Yes. Wait,
yeah,
what
and
about
I mean
Toby?
well, I mean, he's the one who gave us these things, right? And I like pull out my necklace, my ring and my
I mean, if
necklace.
anything, you have to, I mean, like, in Toby we trust, right?
What?
Well, I mean, say that again, Zeppo.
Yeah, I did not get that. Yeah, I think Zeppo's
That
internet is
info
dying.
we
Was
trust.
speaking very fast and like you know, like like you can trust us. Like, in Toby we trust, right? I show my ring.
Well, I don't really know if I don't really know how much I pulled up. Sorry.
Actually, that's a good point. I mean, Toby wouldn't be talking to us if we were imposters, right? So that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay,
Assume,
okay. My
we
trust in you guys
assume,
is restored.
assume
I
that
mean,
Toby.
if anything, you should trust. You should
Sorry, what's FO? You're breaking up.
just a second.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Um,
let's assume that we can trust Toby.
Toby trusts in me, so
Oh no, Deed
therefore
signal's
you
breaking
should
up.
trust me. And I kind of flash my ring and smile.
I don't know what you just said, but it's okay.
This is unintentionally super funny in a weird way because he's trying to give like inspirational speech and he's getting all broken up.
Um. Anyway, I'm not. None of us have really tested Toby out all that much, but I mean, he at least brought us together, and I think that we're all decent people. So, I mean, maybe at some point we should kind of check Toby out a little bit more deeply, but that's that's a another day. But I mean, I think that we're all definitely on the same side, and we're here for each other.
I
So
feel like I should mention that I recently, well, actually I was just finishing up electronics class, and uh did I tell you about the when I was out in the warehouse that we were leaving and someone with a car horn just laying on it, and I wasn't gonna trust that. I wasn't gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I they made they came to me today after electronics class. We had a decent conversation.
the person from the warehouse.
Yeah, actually.
I remember you telling me because we were in contact at that point, and I told you to stay away from them because that seemed real sketchy.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well, it
oh
did.
wow, that's crazy.
It did, but they actually seem pretty nice,
Oh,
and
well,
like
that's
they
cool.
might be on our side.
Who's
Oh.
this?
They called themselves Peacemaker, although I don't think they want their identity to be actually found out.
So do you know what their actual identity is?
I have my suspicions, yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna dig into it.
I feel
Were,
like they don't want us to know, and I'd rather respect
Uh-huh.
that.
were they
Yeah.
I mean,
human?
everybody's got a name. What's our name? Got the lizard people, the peacemakers. Who are we?
The newspaper club is right? No?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I think we're just the
like,
newspaper club.
well, yeah, well, I don't know if we should be, letting our supernatural adversaries know that we're the newspaper club, right? Shouldn't we have like a
Oh no,
secret
no,
name?
no. But I think that we just tell people that we're with the newspaper club if we ever get caught someplace where maybe we're not
Oh
supposed to
yeah, no,
be,
of course, that
and
totally
then
makes sense.
and just say, oh, we're tracking down a story. But if we get caught in our other egos, our alter egos, as it were, then yeah, I mean, we could be, maybe like the Eldritch horrors or the mythical knights.
I mean,
The
whatever floats your boat.
mythical knights. Wow. It's a little corny, but I guess,
The Eldritch
Hey,
Knights.
hey, there you go, the Eldritch knights.
the Eldritch Knights. Okay, sure. I mean,
Okay.
again, a little corny, but keeps our identity
It,
hidden.
it, yeah. It'll definitely strike fear in our adversaries for sure. Nobody will want to mess with us.
Uh,
I have a call sign. I'm all good with call signs.
what?
What's
Wait,
your
wait,
call
wait.
sign?
Oh, now I need to think out of character. Um, be something. It's like,
This happens all the time. Don't worry. Take your time.
oh gosh.
Talk myself
I,
into a
I, s-
corner.
I still didn't really understand what these peacemakers are, though. Were they human? Like, what did they want?
Oh yeah, it's just one person. Anyway, they were wearing a suit and have a voice changer, you know,
Do they
to
still have the
mask
helmet on?
their identity. Yeah, the helmet, the white helmet I was
Yep.
describing.
Yeah.
Anyway, my call sign is NU32553.
What?
Can you put that up in chat?
Also, I'm definitely not gonna remember that. So,
I mean, I was just thinking about something simple. I like the Raven. I'm the Raven.
Oh no, it's cool. This was just assigned to me by the FCC though.
Oh, like
I'm
you
talking
actually.
about when I went my amateur radio call sign. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh,
Eldritch
I
Knights
got
is
you.
cool. I didn't mean to rain on that.
No, that's cool.
well, I thought you meant like
I
your
mean, the night.
personal call sign, but
I mean, it's my personal call sign.
I'm not gonna remember that when you know something a little simpler.
Out of character. Episode 8. They decide on their names.
Well, I mean, also, super. I guess if we're assigning names, superheroes have names. So, I guess it's only appropriate. It is a little corny, but you know.
8 fucking hours later.
Oh yeah, and then Eddie would be like, okay, so I know it's just hear me out. Toby is a magical book from the distant past, or so I've been told. I don't know how that works, but this is just way beyond what we know right now. Even the Peacemaker didn't feel like it was the right time to have that conversation, but I have confidence that we will come to some sort of truth before this is all over.
Yeah. Um. No, that's definitely encouraging. Again, it's good to know that there's somebody else. So is the Peacemaker? Did they mention anything about Toby?
Yeah, like I said, they mentioned that Toby's from an ancient book that they helped defeat a demon in the bottom of the church, well, the church and the school, um,
Okay.
before it
Well, that's
burned
good.
down.
That's well again that's good to know. That helps us to feel a little bit more confident in who this mysterious entity Toby is.
Well,
That
they
other
selected
people.
us because the Peacemaker was getting too old to do their job.
Oh, so like the Peacemaker, like we're kind of like taking over for the Peacemaker.
Yeah, so the Peacemaker is
Okay.
actually was doing everything we're doing,
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that's huh.
and it no
Interesting.
longer has magical powers anymore. I don't know
Oh,
how that works,
yeah,
but
yeah,
apparently you can age out.
yeah. It's like that movie.
Which
Uh,
movie?
uh, something Run. What is that movie? Toby's Run, or anybody know where they once you turn 25 they kill you? I forget.
I
Oh,
think it's Logan's Run. Logan's Run is
Logan's
that
Run,
what
Logan's
you're
yeah.
Run.
thinking of?
Yep.
Yeah, Logan's Run. Yeah, like Logan's Run. Um, so anyway, I mean, whatever. Just pop culture. Um, yeah. Well, I mean, but again, they at least have a car, right? So that's helpful.
Oh yeah, they have that coal van.
Yeah. So if we needed to get around or do something, all we had to do is figure out a way to get in touch with them and say, "Hey, can you give us a lift?" So that's definitely, that's a benefit. Um,
Yeah, I they said that we could contact Toby if we needed to reach out to them. Not sure how that works, but if they're willing to give us a ride, that would
Oh,
yeah.
help.
I mean,
so they know Toby, so that's good.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's probably why they were there at the warehouse. Um,
Yeah, they
maybe
can
Toby was
hear
like, "Hey,
us. They can hear our mental radios when we do our mental radio thing.
oh, so when I turn on, I should be able to, speak to them. That doesn't necessarily mean that they can speak back to me.
Yeah, I just don't think they want us to recognize their voice. And like I said, I think I might know who it is, but they're
Yeah, that's
keeping
fine.
that a secret.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to know. We hopefully we'll just kind of, yeah, if they're helpful, then we'll play by their rules. If it becomes something else, then we'll have to deal with it. But yeah, no, if they can hear us, then I mean, clearly they're in the network here. So anyway, uh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just wanted you to know we have an ally, even if we
yeah,
didn't
no,
realize it.
yeah, that's great. We have Toby and
Allies are good, yeah.
our predecessor. No, we're the
Progenitor?
predecessor. Yeah, there you go. That's the word. Progenitor. Um, yeah. So definitely, things are starting to kind of come together. This is all important information. Um, hey, do we need to get back to our office and check on the other two guys? I don't want to
Oh
leave
yeah,
them.
I want to show Lewis this flower.
Oh
like
yeah,
really
yeah.
bad.
Okay. Yeah, I like Lewis. Let's go check on him. Make sure he's not chewing on what's his face's bones.
Okay, so you guys all proceed back to the newspaper office. I was just leaving myself silent because it was so incredibly hard for me not to say anything while I watched you guys like mess with clues. That's fine. It was just really fun to
Mhm.
watch that organically, honestly. So
Yeah,
I
no,
was
and
gonna
that's
let it happen.
you have to. You have to do that.
All right, you guys are gonna head back to the office. Surprise, surprise. They're still there. Um, it looks like at this point, though, your friend are getting a little bored because they've been left there. Um, Let me see if I could find the thing I need here.
Hey, sorry
Concept.
about that, guys. We had to. Jeffrey. Jeffrey was having
There it
a.
is.
Jeffrey was having a minute. Needed some time. A
Yeah,
little group hug.
where is Jeffrey? This is Guan.
I think that he went home. And but we'll see him tomorrow. I kind of look at the other two like he's feeling
Well,
better now.
Guan's like tomorrow's the is the weekend. You mean
Oh,
Monday,
yeah,
right?
tomorrow, Monday. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Monday. We'll see him on Monday. And here's a couple of drinks for you guys that
Oh,
he
yeah,
bought
that's nice.
because he's
Oh,
such a fantastic
Lewis,
guy. Here's
out
one
this
for
cool
you.
flower.
Hey, I don't know why he's deep voice, but that's gonna be the thing. While you guys were out, this really big lady came and said something about Saturday at noon, and then sort of stormed out. She said you'd know what.
Big lady Saturday at noon.
Oh, is it one of those cheerleaders? Is
I
this?
I think so. She was quite the strong lady.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Guess we got a
She
thing to
said
do.
Central Park at noon, on Saturday. Now,
All right.
Kwan is technically supposed to have sort of a weird Koreanish accent, but I'm not going to try that. I'm just going to say he sounds deep. Just assume
Yeah,
that it's there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't want to be like
I don't want to sound,
weird,
yeah, make this.
gross.
I don't want to make this
Yeah,
weird. But
yeah.
anyway.
Sorry,
So
Like
yeah,
out of
uncool
character.
weird.
Out of
uncool, very
character.
uncool, weird.
Who's the big lady? What big lady? What?
Oh, I don't know. Did where it was Alex? Oh, yeah, was Amos around when they were conversing with all the cheerleaders? Because she is a large lady. You would know if you've seen her.
Yeah, she was powerlifting
She
and
was,
having a conversation at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah, and she was gonna like crush one of the weights with her hand, but you guys said what she wanted to, so she didn't. You know, just like like the big weights too.
Oh, so she's yeah, we are going to be confronting Samantha about um her what happened to her uh and the other cheerleaders. And I don't want to say the thing about the dog being
Yeah,
murdered in front of these two
yeah,
guys,
that's
but
fair.
for
Annie,
Alex it's about
her
the
name is
dog being
Annie
murdered.
for future
Annie, yeah.
reference. Annie.
Yeah. So Annie and the other cheerleaders, some of the ones that you talked to, have, if you recall, agreed to help us kind of have an intervention for her in her state. And yeah, so we're gonna deal with that, and then at that point we'll have a little bit of more understanding of how we can deal with Linda, um, and kind of hopefully resolve all that stuff with
You
some
let me deal with
nice.
Linda.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you.
Sorry, I don't mean to
Okay,
cack.
You did seem to hit it off quite remarkably.
yeah, good job.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Um, yeah, so tomorrow at noon, we're gonna meet up with the cheerleaders, and we're gonna be on our best behavior. And I'm saying that as much to you guys as I am to me, um, to try to figure out how we can, uh, work all this stuff out and help her get the help she needs. Um, and yeah, it'll be great. So Hopefully, nobody had plans tomorrow.
The Guan's like, it doesn't sound like this involves us, so I'm not gonna be there. I got stuff to do anyway.
Oh no,
And
no, no! You
yeah.
guys aren't. Yeah.
So, does anyone mind telling me why you set Lewis up with this music solo?
Oh, we found this in all these newspapers. These are the newspapers that we found reasonably interesting potential leads in. And we found this musical score. And Lewis said that he knew some stuff about music, so we asked him to see if he could figure anything out. So yeah. Did you figure anything out?
Only that he'll say only that the progression is all over the place and the pacing would be very hard for anyone to play. Other than
Yeah,
that,
you
not
said that
really.
before. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we can figure something else about that at some other point. But good job. Yeah, we weren't trying to just give him busy work. It seemed important. I don't remember exactly why it seemed important off the top of my head, but if I think about it hard enough, I'm
Well,
sure I could figure it out.
Dean had pulled it out of one of the shelves. It was kind of random. He reached for files and things and found a tube with some sheet music in it, which was also
Mhm.
weird because it wasn't the whole thing. It was just the middle section, which also had no
Oh.
information on its author, etc.
All right, I'm gonna go quiet for a little
Dean
while
is
and
with
put the
us.
little guy
No,
to
no,
bed.
no. Dean, are you there? Just double check.
All right,
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna go quiet for a little while and put the little guy to bed.
All right.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna run to the bathroom, not the regular bathroom, one of the ones that's probably safer.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. Well, that was nice
Yeah.
knowing Derek's character. That's
And he was never seen
Seen
from
again.
again.
Going to the bathroom
All
is
right.
fairly
I hope he
your
doesn't
fatal.
accidentally fall into a portal.
I'm gonna flush myself. I'm gonna flush myself into a portal. Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
become a lizard.
I will most likely be back in about a half an hour.
Okay.
All right, bye.
So, Derek, never mind.
Yep.
If they move on to the next day or something, feel free to progress with that. Yes? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'll just catch up.
Okay.
Cool. See you in a little while.
All right. All right. So Derek's left for the bathroom. It is now just the NPCs and you two. Oh, three. Amos hasn't said much.
Well,
Huh.
I mean, I think like it's probably pretty late, right? So
Yeah, I mean, you had the whole lizard man thing, you had the books, you had cleaning up the office. By the way, the office looks a lot cleaner. Eddie didn't get to see what it used to look like. It looked like crap. It hadn't been touched for like 30, 40 years. It was bad, you know. So
well,
it still has typewriters and stuff, which is kind of cool. But other
yeah,
than that,
good job here, guys. Oh, I mean, Eddie probably should have his what do you call it, headshot taken as well.
oh, good point. Guan will pick up a camera and he'll ask you. They're just gonna take photos so that they can have like a picture in the newspaper office of like each of the people in it, if that's okay.
Can I and Eddie will like dig into his backpack. Can I hold this in the photo?
What
And
is it? Like
he's
a
holding
radio?
yeah, he's holding a like a radio and it's got a pretty
Yeah,
it's got a pretty
that's
got like a
funny,
looking
but it's
sound
fine. Yeah.
coming out of it and he's like, yeah.
Okay, so they'll snap the photo and fucking this kid. The other guy, of course, goes, "Is this because you're doing something weird?" He's like, "Yeah, totally with
Awesome.
you on that."
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so that happens. He takes your photo. Yeah, I've gotten about what I can get from this music. He just kind of like stacks it back up. I'm gonna start heading out soon, probably. Unless you guys need anything else from me.
Well,
Just
I
looks
mean,
nervously.
see if you can figure out the music thing. It does seem like it's important somehow.
I mean, yeah, I know someone who
Hold on.
might do better with it. Do you want me to bring
Yeah,
it to them?
Eddie will be like,
Who's that?
can I look at that? music real quick,
Sure. I'll hand it to you.
and
He's already stared at it for hours, so.
Yeah, Eddie's gonna roll like a some sort of like a maybe a glimpse of the truth or something.
Glimpse the truth is fine. Glimpse the truth will give you, some information. Roll plus mental.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can I? Where's the rule book? Fuck.
There's the reference sheet. Do you want another copy of that? Do I need to drop it in
No,
chat?
I need the full one.
Oh, okay. That I definitely
I
put either in the Discord in.
always, yeah. I always lose. Your Discord is raised.
Yeah, raise your flag and then go down to RPG
RPG,
and then
yes,
pinned. I assume?
and pinned. Pin
That's a
messages.
plus 11 on that roll.
Oof.
Or I
Oh,
mean,
wait,
it's
wait,
11.
wait, glitter, because I'm gonna do a thing. If you're gonna do, if you're gonna glimpse the truth right in front of me. Hold on, I'm trying to find.
It's like
Pinned
it is there in a pile of pins, I think.
docs drive.
No, there's
On the
it's like
22.
early.
I mean, I guess it's not that important, but
So
let's
anyway,
just-
what Eddie is looking for in this music is any sort of pattern that's recognizable, not from a musical standpoint, but like any like a cryptography standpoint. Is there anything that's recognizable as potentially?
Ooh,
That's
cryptography.
the kind of role that Eddie's making.
Cryptography.
Apps for D and
Let me see if there's
D.
anything. Yeah, it might be one of those. Sorry, just
Found
give
it.
me a
Found
second
it.
split here. Oh, you did find the book for Glitter Hearts, or no?
Because I think I have some shit I can do with glimpsing the truth.
Okay.
Because I'm a genius and stuff.
Well, hold on. We're not gonna have you affect this particular roll because it's already kind of happened. If it happened before the roll, that would have been something, but it's already happened. We'll definitely let you do whatever that is next time, though. Like, it doesn't make any sense to do it retroactively.
Oh no, it's fine because it's the skill that doesn't involve transformation is just for me anyway, so it's
Okay.
fine.
So, yeah, but you haven't had a chance to really look at the music either, so you can do your own separate roll on it. Okay, so you were looking for from a cryptography standpoint. You're trying to think if there's some sort of hidden message or something.
Yeah, if it maybe it's not music, maybe we're looking at it wrong. And
No, it's definitely music and definitely weird though. Like,
yeah, I'm just thinking like, there's a possibility that it might be a hidden message that's disguised as music.
no, it's no hidden messages. However, man, how do I explain it? Note placement is chaotic. It's not. It definitely looks like it could be something where there's a hidden message, but you have no idea what kind of message that is. It's definitely not people sending messages to each other. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just it's like I said, progression is weird. Notes feel like they're not in the right places. It's weird.
Maybe it's music for lizards.
Lizard music for lizards. Top 50 songs.
That's what I'm going with. That's what Eddie thinks
You
it
still
is.
have more questions. You had a 10 or 11?
Okay, yeah.
You have
Is there
up to
anything else I
3.
can ask here? What happened? Okay. Just any of those things on the list?
Anything on the list and some questionable bends of those things. You just can't ask any question. You can just kind of warp one of those to kind of.
Okay, yeah, sure. I guess
What sort of creature is it? Could be changed to something like, "What am I looking at?" or like, "What is this music?" Like things like
yeah,
that.
what here is not what it appears to be, or what are they trying to hide?
Okay. There is, man. If you were kind of different kind of character, no. Okay, a different sort of character would have a more of a magical response to what they're reading. But they look at it and you go, if I had a spectrometer and I had someone play this music and I could go through the cycles of the music, I could look for patterns and things like that. You feel like there might be like a hidden, what would be the right term for you? A waveform,
Right, an
right?
image. Like if you had a spectrogram, you could look at
You
it and
could,
see something.
right. If a magical person looking at it would go, oh, there's probably some sort of ritualistic thing in here, but I can't figure out what it is. You would not see that. You would go, I don't know, there's a waveform I can't see.
Yeah,
some
yeah, exactly.
supersonic
Like
signal. But
there's a song that they put a picture of a demon in, but it's actually just entirely music. Just included a picture of a demon
but
in the
it's not the
sound.
note forms. The notes are whatever they are, but maybe the speed and the tempo it's played. If
Yeah,
you've had the right equipment and people that actually could play this, you know.
sure.
So one more left.
One more question. Okay. Gosh. I guess who is in control here? Like, what is
Hmm.
this?
Who is in control here? Unfortunately, you don't have the information of who wrote this piece or why they wrote it.
Yeah, it's not like written on the notes. There's nothing that would give me any clues to the
You
author.
would say that whoever played this would have to be near superhuman because of the way it's written.
Sure. Okay.
So, get control here, not people, or maybe a person of extreme talent could play this.
Understood. That's better than nothing. Thank
It's
you.
it's it's still progression in the plot. So yeah, that's quite a lot. Now, Amos, was there anything you wanted to do?
Do we actually have any? Are there any instruments in this room?
Not nearby. No one really here is of the nature of the musically inclined nature.
I feel like my character probably would play like guitar. Something.
Okay, if you
Kurt
want to try
Cobain.
and grab a guitar from the music room and attempt to play this, I will allow it. However, I will be making you roll for it, and on top of that, this is hard. Like, this is not easy music to play.
Right, because it's all like crazy. Um. So yeah, I mean, I can try to glimpse the truth as well. Something I want to do is also write out all the notes, like the actual like the note names out to see if there's a pattern there.
Um, Eddie attempted
I
something
guess
like that,
I guess that's kind of similar. Yeah, I guess that's
and there was
kind
no
of
cryptography thing in there. That would be under the same kind of bubble that Eddie looked through. That it was there some sort of hidden message. No, but the music itself might be a sort of message. It's not necessarily it's not spelled out that way.
right. 1 second. Discord. What the hell? Sorry, I lost it. Wait, where the hell did it go? Glitter hearts. Digital sheets, fan made, reference sheet. Yeah, there it is. So if I glimpse the truth,
You know,
I guess I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can ask that wasn't just already asked.
I mean, that was a pretty good swath of questions. The only thing that you could think of, let's see, do you want me to give you some hints, or do you want to try to figure it out by looking
well,
at the list?
I'm just looking at the list of questions. What happened here? Together.
What new and useful information can I
What
gather?
needs to be protected?
Not bad.
What's the most useful? What's the most dangerous thing here? Actually, you know what? Whatever. I'll roll glimpse of truth as well, since I'm looking over his shoulder. Dice. Ooh, yikes.
What do you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, then
Hold on. But it's also plus intelligence or whatever.
mental.
Plus mental, which is 6.
Okay, you don't have any bonuses though.
And I need how much to get?
A 7.
I do have a PowerPoint.
You gonna burn that so you don't get the negative?
Oh,
Yes,
no.
I will.
Cat?
So I get one question right. On a
You get one question. Yep.
okay, yeah. Yes, I will ask. What is the most dangerous thing here with this?
I could be blatantly obvious, but uh, the music you're staring at is the most dangerous thing in the room.
Okay, well then we confirm that it is dangerous, at least. Okay, so proceed with caution.
And so from over your shoulder, somebody goes, "Oh, it's dangerous." I just
I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about it. You know?
Oh God, you do?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You have a bad feeling about it, and you had me study it for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
doesn't seem
you
very
should have
fair to
mentioned
me, Liz Lewis.
that.
Well, to be fair, I didn't actually look at it earlier.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm good, guys. I'm gonna go home. And Lewis leaves.
That's fair.
All right. Take care.
He'll do
What?
like kind of a wave.
So
And,
wait. So is he gonna show the music to that person that he said might know
oh
more?
wait, did you before he leaves? Did you want him to take the music with him so he could hand it to his friend to look
I mean,
over?
I guess, yeah. Why not?
Everyone
Although,
cool with that? Him taking the magical artifact and leaving?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just said it was dangerous, you know? Got a
well,
bad feeling about it. I've got a bad feeling about this.
sure, but we still want to know more about it. Like, who are you gonna take it to?
A friend of mine who is in the music program. He's having a concert on Monday.
Are you gonna see him this weekend or?
Um, I will probably see him on Monday before his
Okay,
concert.
so then
So,
we'll hold on to this and just go together on Monday. Oh yeah, the concert, right? Yeah, so
right.
we'll see him at the concert.
Oh wait, he taps his foot for a second. No, he's probably gonna be really busy with rehearsal. I don't think that's really a good idea either.
Okay, well, after the
He's kind
concert,
of
I
yeah,
guess.
after the concert, yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we'll hold on to this and go together
I'm
on
looking
Monday.
forward to the performance. You can let him know that.
I
What?
will.
Sorry.
Yep, when I see him, but yeah. He he's kind of a unique case, and so it's very hard to communicate with him at times, but I will let him know.
Sounds good. I guess we'll see you on Monday.
All right. He'll just give you guys a smile. He goes, "All right. Well, at least we have a good office and friends." And he seems pretty happy about himself, and he'll wander out. Guan's like, "I don't know what to do with that guy." Like he, as he's left, Guan's like, "I don't know about that guy. It's a little off. Don't you guys think a little, just a little bit? He's been
Lewis
fiddling
is
with a
cool.
bone finger or something while he was working on that sheet music."
He's just misunderstood. Lewis is cool.
Yeah. All right. I hope Jeffrey comes back. He seemed well. He seems. Oh wait, when he saw him, he was fine. And he goes, "Uh-huh, maybe he just I don't know had ate badly or something."
He's just not himself today, that's all.
All right. Well, if you guys are done with the headshots and stuff, I'm gonna head out.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll definitely need you to take pictures at the concert on Monday.
Yeah, no, I look forward to that. And he'll leave. So
You know,
now,
I don't think, well, actually, Eddie will be like, I don't think we actually really got to
oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You
each
are
other.
correct in that. And he'll nod. Uh, my name
But
is Guan.
I'm Eddie, and I like radios, and Eddie will shake.
Oh, okay. He's like Guan, and I like cameras and photography. It's my dream to be a professional photographer. I joined the newspaper club because we don't have a photography club. And so yeah, that's basically my story right there. Um, yeah, if if you have any questions about cameras and how they work and things like that, I'm more than happy to talk to you about that.
Oh yeah, I love that.
He is very similar to Eddie, except in a completely different hobby field. Like he's just like, oh, I'm very into what I do. Well, if you excuse me, he's rather polite, just probably because of upbringing or whatever, and then he'll leave. The only time you've ever met this guy before is I think you might have been there when he ran into Claire unexpectedly. But other than that, that's the only time anyone's ever
Yeah,
met
and
Guan.
we didn't really introduce.
No, we just kind of bumped into him, so. somehow he's either got really good or really bad luck because he seems to be around where you guys are. That's because he was there before, and now he's in the club because it just happened to align with what he wanted to do. So,
Who is this that you were speaking about?
Guan,
Guan.
you've ran into him twice so far. Once when you guys were attempting a criminal act, and second here at the club,
What criminal act?
breaking into a locker again. That's what the
Oh,
criminal act was.
okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so and luckily Claire was there using some weird mental ability and dream stuff to know that he was coming and stepped in the way. So anyway,
Either it's luck or maybe he's doing
he
like that's
didn't
something.
seem like the lizard man. Like he generally seemed like a normal person. Like
I
that's the
mean,
vibe you got from him.
a lizard man who's not trying to be suspicious would do that.
I mean, maybe, but then he might would if he was a lizard man, he might want to keep helping Jeffrey. Like he might have could have been like try to be more supportive, unless he's like a double bluff or some weird nonsense
Or
thing.
he's like
What if he belongs to some other group?
yeah, exactly.
We
Some other
haven't.
group. The Jeffrey did mention some other group that
My
they
cat is
were.
spazzing out in the background. Oh
Where
god.
does he live?
What, Guan? He lives with his
Yeah,
parents. No one. I mean, you're not really good friends with him. You just literally met him basically for the first
well,
time
I,
today.
I, I just, started at the school, so I don't know anybody. So I'm just wondering if we should, like, I don't know, not
Gonna
not
follow him?
follow him,
Like,
but like maybe we should do some digging and see if we can find anything out about him.
Would you suspect him of something?
At this point, I kind of suspect everybody of something. I mean, everything about
Exactly.
this school. I think the school is haunted. The town is haunted. This ring we all wear is haunted. I don't know.
Really can't trust anybody. I agree.
I'm
I
watching my
didn't mean to
cat
lay
do
on the
like
paranoia
Well, I
that
don't know
big.
if it's a matter of trust or not, but everything about this town and this life is just weird. I mean, I like to think that I'm a trustworthy person. I like to try to extend that same sentiment to most people that I meet. I mean, even Lewis, like he's a little weird, but I get a good vibe from him. Everybody's weird. This
Like I
town.
said, I trust you guys because Toby trusts you guys. Uh, Everyone else is potentially a lizard man,
Okay.
or worse. Anyway, I'm just
Anyway,
that's just me. I mean, you guys can trust these people, but I will have some
I mean, I
caution.
think I think it would be a good idea to like keep some like a black book of the club members' contact information, in case we have to like get a hold of anybody, and if we have to
Uh
call.
Maybe we need a secret word, but like if they don't know the secret word
Are you telling me we don't have a roster?
of what
I
the club?
the
Yeah.
club just formed. I don't think we have much, and we have like a relatively clean office space now,
I mean, it's
but
a
I don't.
perfect time for a roster.
Well, we can make one right now. It's everyone we know, everyone who was here, except Jeffrey. He was here twice.
I mean, in that, I mean, we should also have like multiple rosters for different same people. I mean, we should know where all Jeffreys live.
I do want to investigate Jeffrey's cave at some point, but we'll see if that's actually possible. They might not like that.
Jeffrey told you where his cave is?
Approximately. I mean, we could probably find it.
Just gonna go up and knock?
I mean, that's what investigative journalists do, right?
I suppose so. It's not something I've done before.
I mean, I can go fly by. I can fly pretty high. I don't think they'll be able to see me.
I can spy at them with a telescope, but that seems kind of rude.
Yeah,
Does
all
that
good
thing
idea.
take pictures?
The telescope?
Can you mount a camera on that?
I suppose you could jerry rig something, but I'm not sure how good it would be. You can get like a telephoto lens though, right? I don't know what Guan's budget is.
Well, these are good ideas. I mean, I do think it's probably a good idea to maybe find out a little bit more about these lizard people. But considering all we have right now is what he told us, what Jeffrey told us, and that's
Does this concert have anything to do with the lizard people?
I don't think so.
Is it? I wonder. Does this concert have implications on Jeffrey and his kind bringing the rest of his people through to Earth?
You're saying
Uh,
it's some sort of a ritual?
how will we
Yeah, I
know?
wonder.
I
I wonder
mean,
if it's part of a ritual
if they
to
all
bring
have
to.
some sort of music and maybe it's all played together, it's possible that each is a key in some scheme, but I don't know if we have any way to prove that or disprove it.
Huh. Yeah, I
I
don't. We
just,
don't.
I just think no matter what, when the concert starts, I think we should be ready
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The
crash the
concert,
party if necessary.
the music you said that gave you a bad feeling, and we don't know how many people are lizard people or going around sharing new pieces of wonderful music that I'm sure sounds good and doesn't open a magical portal.
Well, this music in particular has been in this room, I assume, for the last 40 years. So it's I don't think this particular thing
Well, in my
is
conversation with the Peacemaker, it seems like these entities aren't new per se,
the
but
lizard people.
mm, I wasn't sure. Peacemaker mentioned a number of different entities that have come and gone over time. I honestly couldn't follow that much because just a lot of information.
Right. I mean, Jeffrey said there's about maybe a few hundred of them, if I remember correctly. So but they are trying to migrate everyone from their world here. So
Yeah, they might be the ones that Peacemaker said is returning.
returning.
Yeah, that they were here a long, long, long time ago when the world was very different than it is now.
How many are we talking about?
The numbers of the lizard people?
Yeah, and are they going to be peaceful, or is this going to be like a violent
Hmm.
back? Because I mean, Jeffrey swears that he's peaceful, but like I said, I don't particularly trust him.
Well, I don't trust him either. I think he's going to say whatever it takes to
Yeah, Peacemaker said that they're not
put us at ease.
vile, but that we should be cautious of them.
That it's
That
going to be. Sorry, what was the first thing he said?
that they're not vile?
Vile?
Yeah, I don't think they're not like violent,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
but that we should be cautious of them anyway.
Huh. Do we know anything about the concert? I mean, they announced it, but I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, as students, what do
Yeah,
we know about this concert?
that's fair. The concert again. You've been very busy, so it's not like you've had time to really take in social events. Not that you would normally. On Monday, it's supposed to be done by a student called Eric Zahn, and Eric Zahn is a talented student in their basically their gifted program for music. And what's interesting about him is also not only is he a great musician, he's also a disabled musician who is bound to a wheelchair and mute, but is an incredible player. And so they, as a school that wants to that has a really strong music program and wants to promote the program, Eric Zahn seemed like a good person to put up on stage and play for them.
Cool.
What if we show him
Is
the
it-
music?
Is
The-
it just
the-
is it just him?
It's just him doing a solo piece, apparently.
That's the big concert. Huh.
Oh, so it's just one student playing.
Right. Yes.
Oh, so it's really more like a solo performance, which is
Right, but apparently it is not as the student council and a few of the people have promoted it, said it is quite an exhilarating experience, and for one person to perform such pieces, so you should really not miss it.
maybe they could play the music. Who knows?
You
Not
mean
that-
the
I don't know if we
spooky
want that,
spooky evil music?
Yeah, maybe we don't want them to play this music, but they probably could play it.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking maybe if we show this to Eric, he might recognize it if he's or he may know something about it. I mean, if he's that talented.
Well, I think that's probably the photographer's guy. Oh no, not Toby's. Who said they had a friend musician who's gonna be
Your
practicing?
bone buddy.
Bone,
Yeah,
the
Lewis
Bone Buddy. Yeah,
Brin.
that's right. That's probably his
Oh.
friend then, right?
Probably. I mean, there's not that many people that are probably talented enough to understand what you were showing him.
So, I mean, he did say he's gonna be practicing. But I guess we
Oh
can,
yeah, it's gotta be him because he's practicing for it.
right. So, I guess we can go find him this weekend and see what he says.
What time is it now?
Oh, it is basically like night at this point. Because you've been kind of going through the whole day. A lot of it was spent cleaning.
Okay.
Well, you're probably going to get kicked out in the next 15, 20 minutes when faculty comes to sweep.
Yeah, well, let me
Yeah.
let me know if either of you hear anything from Viola, because kind of worried.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want, you can just kind of leave the office. Your other NPCs have kind of went home with their own idea of what they're going to do with their day. And if you guys just want to progress through things, or if you have other things you want to do, let me know. But the office is closing soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting late. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get home.
Yeah. Eddie's just gonna go home and if it's like what's the weather like actually?
All right. Let's do it the fun way. Since Eddie said it, Eddie, I want you to roll 2d6 in mystical.
All right. This
What's
is
the weather like?
exciting. It's mystical, you said.
Yep, because that's basically what we've been using for luck this whole game.
All right, that's 4.
Yeah. All right. If you go outside, it's just downpouring.
Damn.
Oh, go figure.
Rig.
Oh, great. I love it. Some atmosphere.
Well, it wasn't raining that bad until just now, but it is. You
So-
basically leave. They're leaving the club office now after some light conversation, and now it is downpouring, like heavy outside. Not like flooding, but it is like a good old-fashioned rainstorm out there.
So just as you guys are like stepping out of the building,
Yeah, it just
Derek-
started raining. Like it was like a few drops, and then it was like,
Derek
yeah.
comes rolling up in a car that's clearly not his, and he's in his vampiric form, but because of the rain, you really can't. Nobody can really see him.
Whoa.
And I'm like, hey
Why?
guys, I didn't want to say anything because I was taking a big shit, but I was listening in on the conversation, and you guys had some pretty good ideas. Why don't you jump in? I'll give everybody a ride home.
Is that you, Derek?
That's me.
Wait, jump into
Very-
what? You have a car?
I I I I borrowed a car from
Oh,
someone who
borrowed.
clearly
I
didn't need it.
see.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. I mean, I don't want to walk in the rain.
Yeah, he's soaked.
Eddie,
Yeah.
have you ever
no.
seen the car that they borrowed, or were you in it at one point?
Well, this is a different car. I borrowed
No.
a different car this time.
Okay, no, that'd be funny.
Yeah, he was in
Eddie,
it.
have you seen the car before? Just out of curiosity.
Can I like roll for that or?
Yeah. Roll. I want you
Yeah,
to
no,
roll
I picked
mental.
we picked you up in it. Yeah,
Well,
we
it's a
picked her
different
up in
car,
it.
right?
Yeah,
we
it's
picked him
different.
up in
It's a
it, yeah.
different car. Yep.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay. It's a very familiar car.
Like, Derek, have you always had this car, or I feel like
I mean, occasionally I have this car.
This is the new one. You
This is a different
you
car, yeah.
selected it because it was out like by itself in an obvious location, but
Yeah.
it was like off to the side. So you found this
Uh-huh.
car and you go, well, yeah, this seems like the car I could use. Oddly enough, it
Just so you guys,
wasn't that hard to hotwire either, which is crazy.
just so you guys know, I'm still trying to put him to sleep, but I had to get up and do something, so
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
go back on mute. So
Okay.
I'm you're being driven around by cardboard.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Wish me luck.
it's Peacemaker left their van like
Oh.
outside.
oh,
Yeah.
oh
That's all
no.
right. He'll know.
But it's okay because you know that they would lend you it anyway. But
And he's like, okay.
they just decided to leave it at an obvious location.
Thanks, Peacemaker. Put it on
Like-
my tab.
Where was the most suspicious place I could leave my van? Oh, over here. Okay. They steal those, right?
That's nice of them.
Well, they figured you'd rather steal someone whose van they want to be stolen. That it's complicated. Anyway, there's a van now. Okay, so when he said he went to the bathroom, really he went out to the back where the faculty lounge was and looked for a van, and he found one, and so he took it. Just it was
I
one
mean,
of
that's
the
cool. Whatever. I'll take
one
a
of the
van.
vans that was available. That's all. All right. So, the rest of you guys, since you're driving by cardboard, do you want to explore the van since it's there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
What do
this
you
is
mean,
Peacemaker's
explore?
van. There
I
could be
guess-
all
I mean,
sorts
if
of-
you
It's,
get
I
in.
mean, like look around in the
electronics in
van,
there.
yeah. So there's a set of seats, like regular seating, but it looks like their taste in interior decorating of the van is interesting. It's got like carpeting, like shag carpeting, and like seat
Nice.
covers, and like it's very like 60s, 70s ish inside the
love it.
van.
Oh, this is perfect.
Um, it looks like they have upgraded the speakers in the back seats,
Yes.
Nice.
and you can figure out
Yes.
what that's for. Um,
Oh,
they
sweet.
know.
Oh man,
Whose
Eddie's
van is
like
this?
so hyped.
The van that Derek stole. Though
Oh,
he
okay.
will say if you ask him, and again, I'll let him know, is that the van was not suspicious, but like left in a place where like it was saying "Be steal me," basically, and he's just like, okay. So yeah. Anyway,
Is there anything else in there? Is just cool upgraded speakers and shag carpeting? Because that's neat.
yes,
But-
it's just upgraded speakers, shag carpeting, weird, like it's covers for the seats, but they're like rug carpety kind of covers. And yeah, the rest of the van looks pretty normal on the outside. Just looks
Oh,
like a van where you're supposed to relax in, and it's just got large speakers on the fine.
I
Don't worry
love it.
about Eddie. Don't worry about it.
It's great.
You now have an idea. If you could put points together in your head of what he was going to do when you let those cheerleaders in there. But anyway, continue on. You have
Yeah,
all your data
no,
points.
no, I get it. I'm
I don't, but
100%.
okay.
I'm 100% on board. Eddie is not saying a peep.
Good. Okay. Everything's good. Everybody in the van.
Yep.
I assume Derek is cardboard, so he can drive you anywhere you need to go.
I don't even know. You need to roll a glimpse of the truth for that. I got it.
No, I'm like, I just want to make sure that you understood all the data points there, and then
Yep.
leave it alone.
Nope.
I personally didn't, but
That's okay. You
but
don't
I
need
think it's
to.
okay.
You
Yeah,
don't
I
need
That's
think
to.
perfectly fine.
I think it's fine. Yes.
It does have a place where you can put the CD. Just yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
it
No,
does.
I see that stereo up there.
Well, this van looks great and all, but can you drop me off at home? Can you drop me off first?
I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
we don't have like an exact neighborhood map, so I'll just assume that he's close.
Yeah, this is my house up ahead on that right over there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been
so is there anything else we're doing tonight, or just everyone's going home?
Yeah, I think we're all just going home. It seems like.
Okay. I mean, it sounds good to me.
Just a quick as a GM reminder, there is the thing at noon tomorrow. But
Yes,
other
I'm
than
saying
that,
so we can like, are we just?
Yep. See you,
what's
Dean.
going on at noon tomorrow?
Oh, we're meeting in the park with Annie.
Who's Annie?
Oh, you remember Annie was oh wait, actually I don't know if you were there, but Annie is like really buff and also a cheerleader and also maybe wants to help us in our intervention with Samantha.
Oh, okay, that's cool. What park?
Central. I don't know. We're not in New York, but there's a park.
look, almost every major city or town has a place called Central Park, even
Yeah,
if it isn't Central Park.
I
Central
assumed
Park.
it's not New York Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know which park you're talking about. All right, I'll be there for you said 11.
Yeah, around noon. So if you show up there at 11:30, I'm sure that's
Okay.
fine.
All right, guys. I'll see you all later. Have a good night. Be safe.
Take care, Dean.
Okay, so now
Bye.
now it's just Derek driving Eddie and Amos. Rain's still pouring down. Luckily, you have a van driving you to places.
Yeah, and I think Eddie's in the back just like trying to see just like with headphones on,
Yeah.
sort of tuning in to different stations, trying to see what they can get.
Okay.
As a way of that's how they kind of zone out.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just kind of relaxing in the back.
Yeah.
Who wants to be dropped off next? Amos?
Yes, so.
Okay.
Sure.
Sure. Derek will drop you off next. You can feel free to say anything you want before that, but I figured that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't be late.
Okay. So then you're dropped off. Eddie, Derek, it's weird to meta Derek, but he is now cardboard. He'll turn around and look at you like so he could ask you, if you're gonna get
Oh
dropped
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. Huh? What's up?
Your house is what, down here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
go if you turn right, it's on the left. It's the one with it's got the rafter on the top and there's like a
Yeah.
little dormer.
Oh, okay, got it.
So
And
you'll see it.
he pulls up, and then he's gonna let you out. Do you say anything else before you leave?
Um no, Eddie just says like nice car by the way.
I wish I could do a Derek, but I assume he says something like, "Yeah, I'll bring it back tomorrow. I'm sure they won't notice."
Yeah, and Eddie just like, oh cool, yep, bye.
Okay, and off you go. Um, what Derek does, I don't know, but I guess he just drive it either home or driving. He probably wouldn't
Who
drive
knows
it
where
home.
Derek goes?
Probably drives it to some random location, undoes what he did,
Some vampire
and then
thing.
walks home. Excuse me. Yeah, he probably drives it somewhere that's not the front of his house. All right, let me try to play. I want to do my best David impression. He drives away from your house. He drives around the block a couple of times to make sure that he's not been seen in this van. He then drives it to somewhere kind of remote that isn't his house. Um, and actually, sorry, no, he says he returns it. So how would I? Drives away. Yeah, drives back to the parking lot, undoes what he did, even though it's pouring rain, and I just assume Derek's house is nearby. So he just kind of like go through the rain because he can't just drop it off at a random location because then it would have been stolen. So he's just gonna put it back where he got it.
Yep.
So he was nice enough to drop everybody off, but then realizes he can't drop himself off because then he'd have to park it somewhere where it wasn't.
Yeah,
And
I mean, Eddie realized this before he left and was just like, "Nice, thank
very
you."
nice of you, Derek. Yeah. And then he walks through the rain and goes home. But luckily, he's not that far. Okay. I'm going to progress time unless anyone says anything else. Good. Okay. Okay. 10 o'clock. Let's start there. 10 o'clock Saturday. Everybody's sore, comes out of bed. You've had a long few days. Um, yeah, the only person you haven't talked to really is Claire, but it's the weekend, so you don't know when you'll run into them next. Not Claire, Viola. You haven't run into them recently. Claire might just be taking the weekend off, and she wasn't there to hear the message to be there for noon.
Yep.
That's up to you guys whether or not you want to try to drag her cardboard self out to the meeting, but anyway, that's all you guys.
I mean, Claire was kind of instrumental in helping us negotiate this in the first place.
Okay, so then you will probably have to round her up and then bring her.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go down the list. Eddie, it is now 10 o'clock on Saturday. What is your plans?
Well, I mean, it's a good question. How's the weather? Is the weather better?
Better. Yesterday was a freak storm that came out of nowhere.
Okay, good, good. Uh, that's relieving. Yeah, I mean, Eddie will show up.
Okay. Eddie will just walk down to the park. It's not that far.
Yeah, Eddie will walk down to the park still carrying the same radio.
Just like, okay, that's fine.
Just
Dean?
like that's
Yeah.
like blah 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 blah. That's what Eddie does at the park. Doesn't
Sure.
really go to parks that often.
Um,
Yeah, Dean's up by 10.
okay.
He kind of like wanders out of bed and throws a couple of waffles in the toaster oven.
Some crazy emo music plays in the background while he gets ready. I'm sorry, I pictured Dean's house where he brushes his teeth. Like the way you portray him, I make him sound like he has like horrible taste in music and is playing in the background loudly.
Yeah, he listens to like Front 242 or
Oh yeah, those, yeah.
you know something like that. Some like German industrial music.
Nice.
You know that band. It's called My Sideways Chainsaw. Yeah, that's the one. Some random shit. Sounds like a chainsaw against metal, and it just sounds amazing. Let me tell you.
That song where it's just like open face surgery and
How did you know the name of their single? That's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, open. So yeah, sideways. What's it? Sideways Chainsaw was their first and only single. Open mouth, open mouth surgery.
Open face surgery, yep.
Oh God. All right. So
It's
that's
an
fine.
actual song, by the way.
It's like 11 minutes long, of course.
Yeah, well, it's actually pretty long.
All right. Dean. After that, where do you go? To the park, I assume.
Um,
Sideways. Okay, hold on a second.
yeah, he goes to the park, but he goes the long way. He sort of like most people would go to the go in the park from like one entrance, but there's another way to get to the park by cutting through the woods. He goes the long way and like he arrives, but he's like in the back. He's kind of like hiding out. Like he can see the park, but like
Yeah.
he may not he may not be seen where he's like kind of hiding and lurking, I suppose.
Okay. So you basically like take the back way in. You go through the woods. You can see the open field. There's no way you can't see Annie. Annie and the other cheerleaders are kind of standing around at distance. But I'll leave you there so I can let Amos catch up. So, Amos, what are you doing this morning? Amos? He's probably just thinking. I hope he's Amos. You can hear me, right? Uh,
Hello?
there you go.
There we go.
Hey.
I think my microphone got like slightly disconnected.
No problem. It's working now.
Can I glimpse the truth about
Uh,
this event?
About the event,
The meetup?
not really. So, glimpse the truth is for when you actually have a thing in front of you, and
Right.
you're kind of like if you had like a weird dream ability, like let's say, like Claire does, maybe, but this is not that kind of situation.
Right. Think about that.
You could like strategically think about the park and set traps if you want to do something like that. That's fine.
Well,
But
I guess my question is just like it seems very ominous that somebody's like meet me here.
to be fair, you guys were said you wanted an intervention and you were setting something up. So
Yeah.
this is not as ominous as you think it is. It just happens to be delivered by the worst messenger possible. It just happened to be, Annie.
Okay, I connected two and two together. Got it. Let me still think about something. 1 second. Okay, fine. I don't know. I'm on edge, you know?
I don't know why you're on edge. There's only people with magical powers, the lizard men, and some person who walks around in a
Lizardmen
mask
and
calling themselves
yes,
like a
exactly.
defender of justice or some shit. I don't know.
Right, yes.
Wait, are you transformed? Is that what's going on?
No.
No,
Also,
no.
does this also, by the way, does this count as rest?
Yes. So any
So-
damage you have taken, feel free
Yeah,
to
I'm saying
knock
so.
off of there.
Anyone who has health damage.
If there was health damage, a lot of people got healed up by other people, but yeah.
Do I have health damage? I think I don't. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll walk to the park. I will take a knife with me, like a little blade.
That's how everybody goes to the park.
Of course. I mean, it's the 90s.
What?
We're here for a
And
peaceful meetup. Get the shivs.
well, I'm trying to think. We're trying to do if this is the intervention, do I have anything that can be useful for the intervention?
I believe words are what you use at an intervention. I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't think I was gonna say maybe like a journal or something, but
You want to bring her notes? That would be pretty funny. I don't. You probably still have them somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's some
no,
leverage,
but
right?
that's also kind of weird. I mean, it's like, oh,
Here's your
here in your journal.
notebooks.
Yeah, here in your journal, you say you hate everyone.
Here's photos that I took from your stuff. Here, don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a little weird. But yeah, no, I guess I'll just go to the park. That's fine.
Okay. Amos, because you have like near perfect awareness, as you approach the park, you could see Dean going through the woods and like trying to get like a vantage point on the situation, and he's just sort of strolling up with his, hit radio or what.
Toss Porter Pros, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just like on one ear, like and one off the other ear. Just like yes.
And you do see a circle of cheerleaders, and you see Samantha, and you also see Linda, and I guess they're setting up for a conversation.
All right.
I see. I guess I'll go join in.
I assume. Did you guys before you arrived here, did anybody bother to either call Claire or Derek? I mean, Derek would probably show up on his own accord, but Claire didn't know about the meetup.
Yeah, do we have Claire's number? Because
I mean, one of you does, probably Derek. So I'm gonna have to unfortunately wait for him. I hope he comes back shortly. Um, if not, I'm just gonna assume that Derek called Claire. That's the easiest way to do this. So we'll have Derek. You gonna call Claire? I assume.
I'll call her.
Okay. Sorry if you're still
Back in-
in a way that your son.
He does not want to go to sleep. It is ridiculous, but whatever. He'll just lay in bed for a little while by himself.
All right.
Um,
I feel bad. Like if you need more time, let me know. But
no, it's okay. It's him. He's just wired right now. So
okay.
sometimes it's better to just let him lay in bed by himself. He'll fall asleep.
All right.
So I'm just gonna
So
try to keep it down.
gotcha. So I
But
assume you called Claire. That was part of what we
Mhm.
figured your morning would be. Was I right with
Mhm.
the assumption that you would pretty much put the van back where you got it? Because
wow, Brian, I was very impressed with
I did a
your.
little psychic summoning of what I think you would do.
Yep, I was sitting there and I was like, I would definitely bring the van back. I wouldn't park it.
Right. I thought I considered that
I
you
wouldn't
might
park it
try to park it
exactly in the
somewhere.
same place.
Wait, but
wouldn't
wait,
park it in
if it belongs to the guy.
Maker.
Derek doesn't know that. Derek
No,
wasn't
I didn't
there
know that.
for a large
Yeah,
majority
Derek
of the.
doesn't know that. Eddie knows that and
Yeah,
hasn't really said anything.
he didn't say anything about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I took a van, brought you guys home because you're my friends. Didn't want you to get wet, and
I
I brought the
figured.
van back and parked it like a few spots down, so it was pretty clear that it had been taken. Um, and that Peacemaker probably would have known because I was in my vampiric form and would have heard some of what was going on.
So what happened if you work through the method is one, you didn't roll on capturing the van. So I said, okay, I give you a van, and so here's your van. It just happened to be in a very convenient spot, and it was a convenient spot because they put it there. um, yeah, that's perfectly fine for you to put it a few spaces away. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you go ahead. So you put the van there, and then I assume you went home through the rain.
Yes, that's exactly what I would have done. I would have walked home and been the chivalrous friend to everybody.
Yeah, because obviously you can't drive at home, so
Yeah, it couldn't be just like hanging around even a street or two over from my house. Um,
the greatest
so
crime ever known. Yeah.
so if you want to take control of Claire, that's fine. Um, nobody sees Eddie yet. Um, Eddie's just gonna like suddenly be there, if that's okay.
Wait, you said Eddie? You
I
said
mean, Eddie, I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. Derek is just suddenly gonna be at the park, like
okay.
right at noon. Derek is just gonna show up at the park.
Okay. And I assume you called Claire first because you're probably the only people that had their number.
Yes,
Okay.
I would have called Claire.
Okay. Would you have tried to call Viola and see what was up? Or actually, you don't really know Viola that way.
I
So you
don't know
probably
Viola's. I wouldn't have Viola's phone number. But if would Claire have had Viola's phone number?
They don't really run in the
I
same
feel,
circles either. They're
I feel
relatively
like
Wait,
new
they
why
were starting
friends.
to
why
get.
why wouldn't you have Viola's number? Aren't you
I
guys
mean, I'm
are aren't you
I'm
guys?
good friends with. I'm really good friends with Claire, but I'm just
Oh,
getting to
not with
know
Viola.
Viola.
Right.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
I felt like Claire and Viola had kind of hit it off a little bit. But if you don't think that
I
their
don't think
friendship
she
is at
has her number. Like they're good. They're friends at school, but I don't
Should we
feel like.
just
yeah,
should we could also
sure.
just talk to Toby?
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't want to get Toby involved in what might just be like her in bed sick for a couple of days. You know, like that just seems like not the right use of a resource, as it were. If that makes sense. And we could, if we haven't heard from her soon, you know, do we know where she lives because we definitely dropped her off at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, so we could always tell you what. Why don't we stop by her house after this? I'm saying this kind of retcon because again, we're not all necessarily there.
No, but
But
like for example, in the way of strategizing in my head, you
well,
guys have arrived before the meeting, so I assume
well,
that you could kind of like.
last night in the van,
Oh, okay,
I would have said, hey, if we haven't heard from, if
that's
Fiola's
fine.
not obviously not going to be there, maybe after the thing tomorrow, we'll stop by her house and let her know what's going on and how it went and see how she's doing.
Right, you could go ahead and have that dialogue because it doesn't affect anything that happened. So you literally are just saying that this is something you said while you were driving.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
actually thinking about it, but obviously couldn't say anything while I was after. So yeah, so if you want to like say it's getting close to noon, I'll make my weird entry.
Okay. Claire is just cardboard, but she'll just be there.
Yep.
Oh, all right. So it is high noon, and in the middle of a open field where there's not a lot of people around because it is noon on a. I mean, there's like kids playing, but this is like just kind of like open field area, not like a baseball park or just it's just open grass. And standing in a circle of cheerleaders is Samantha and Linda, kind of in a distance apart, but facing each other. Um, they've never really run an intervention, so I don't know if this is supposed to be inviting or intimidating. You can take your pick because there's a circle of cheerleaders and the two of them standing there.
It's
Yeah,
uncomfortable, I think.
Okay,
visually
well,
it's uncomfortable.
oh, they're about to do. No, I'm just kidding. About to do a ritual. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right. You approach. Annie looks over. How she knew you were coming. Terrifying. She turns her big old head, sees you guys, invites you towards them. Samantha is like, what's going on? There's a lot of you guys here. What's this all about? And Linda's like, I think they want us to try to talk things through. So I got nothing to talk through, Samantha. Like, as you guys kind of roll up.
Uh,
All right, guys. Annie's looking at you guys. I don't know how to do this. This is not my thing. If you guys just wanna choose your idea. Let's go ahead.
uh-oh.
Suddenly, Derek kind of like just steps out from like a shadow of somebody else. Like no one else saw him there, and he just kind of like, I think the two of you have, to Samantha, I think the two of you have quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah, Linda with a more fiery expression. Yeah, we do. The murder of my favorite pet is quite a thing to talk about.
Hmm. Sorry, Eddie, what were you gonna?
Well, let's talk about it now.
Samantha's like, I don't know what this is really about. I stood my ground. The animal came at me, and I'm like, and Annie in her dry voice says, and then you divided it up and gave it to your friends. And she just looks at her, and they look back. What? I just told you what you did. And she just looks at her again. She knows she can take a punch if Samantha starts going crazy on her.
Yeah.
Like, continue. Looks at Derek.
Um. Yeah. So that's not a great set of circumstances. You went to her house to basically to bully her. We'll say it the long and the short. Um, and when her dog did what a dog does, which is to defend its master, you took out your ire on it and killed it. Um, and then, even worse, you bullied your friends here into uh, taking part in such a horrible thing and probably made some of their lives miserable in 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 doing all that. Which I mean, these are some really, and he looks at the other cheerleaders. These are some amazing women and amazing friends to you
Morale boost.
because I wouldn't have. I'd have, I'd have, I would have thrown you under the bus. You don't kill people's animals, and you don't bully people, and this is, and these people are concerned about you. They want you to get some help. They want you to be able to make amends to Linda. I mean, the whole thing between her and your boyfriend. I mean,
Sad.
who cares? You're really hot, and you're probably really cool in certain circles. Not me. That's you're not my
Little
thing.
close.
But I was just like, what you are, and you could easily get any tough, strong guy that you want. So who cares about him? Like, you're gonna go to college in a couple of years. You're gonna have pick of the litter. So
Karish Reed is like, exactly
I know
what
it's
I've been
Kara.
saying.
I was gonna say Kara said that.
yeah, so like
She did. She's been saying it the whole game.
Yeah.
so you don't have to be friends with her, but apologize to her for what you did. Maybe a lot of you could pitch in to help her adopt a new dog from a pound. If that would work for you, Linda. I know, it's not
Dog
really.
is irreplaceable. We understand.
Yeah, but I mean, it's at least a start. It helps, and you're also rescuing an animal in need, so that always feels nice. So I mean, let's turn this really terrible thing into a positive. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Linda will let us sigh because you actually are trying. Because, fine, can I have back his collar so I may bury it properly?
Let me ask you, because I'm the one with the collar. Does it still feel like there's any kind of a magical
Oh heck yeah!
resistance? Okay.
It's a magical artifact. Of course it does. So it's not. It still has a weird tingle when you have it
Yeah.
in your pocket.
No, I know.
You want to try it on? You don't feel like trying it on, right?
It's not.
No,
It's probably still dangerous.
It's probably still dangerous in some way.
Yeah. Did all of you? And I'm pretty sure I'd asked them to do this to bring all the bones of the dog.
Yeah, no, they thought that would definitely be part of it, so she had arranged it so they'd bring all the parts.
Yeah, so unless you want me to roll for this, I honestly I think I would have actually brought a shovel. So like I'm
Of course you did.
I'm still pulling it.
Do you want to get a shovel? I'm kidding.
Well,
Yeah,
I would have because I knew that they were going to bring.
I'm kidding. You could have the shovel. You don't have to wish for it.
I still kind of like. It still seems like it kind of comes out of nowhere, but it's like no. But I had it.
You actually brought it.
On me.
That's fine.
So we have all the bones of Mr. Pumpernickel.
Yep. Correct.
Hey.
Hey.
And I do have the collar. So why don't we take a minute to dig a hole over there
in the woods?
Maybe that's
probably.
a nice.
Yeah.
I'm like I kind of point to like a really nice tree. Like there's a nice tree kind of at the edge of the park where we could dig a hole and we could have a nice little ceremony and say some nice things about the dog and about whatever anybody wants to. And that's a really good first step is to literally bury this.
Okay.
If that works for everybody, and I'm kind of like, that way I'm not giving it to her, but I can kind of like drop it into the hole or make it look like I've dropped it into the hole or whatever.
Okay. Do you actually drop it in the hole or no?
No, well, I mean, I'm waiting for everybody to respond. Like,
no,
okay,
they agree. We're perfectly okay with not, especially some of them carrying around dead dog bones on them. So
Yeah.
if we would just get rid of those, that'd be great.
Yeah. So I lead them over to like a place where there's already a little hole dug.
Okay.
So you can kind of like expedite things.
I know.
I got here early. Huh?
What'd
You know
say?
what I did last night?
Yeah, you're digging a hole.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
know
he's
what I did
probably
last night? I didn't actually
he
go
wasn't
home. I
digging it in
came
the
here and
raid
dug a
though.
hole.
That's what Eddie's picturing.
I know what you
I
did
got up
last summer.
early and I got up early and came to the park and dug a hole. Um, and then I take the bones out in front of her and I very systematically, and it's a fairly deep hole, so
Yeah.
it's not anything like if she were to come back later on, I'm gonna leave the collar.
Okay.
Um,
You
but
you
I
wish
I
you wish
very
for the
systematically,
ground to not be there.
huh, what?
You wished for a hole to be there.
No, he dug it with a shovel.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
fine.
just making a joke.
No, I know.
And I very systematically put the bones into onto the ground, so it's as much like the dog's anatomy as I possibly can.
Okay.
Very, very much a nice ritual, like a nice, like, putting Pumpernickel back the way that it was, and then put the collar around the neck, and then, climb back up and hand Linda the shovel and say, "Do you want to throw the first pile of dirt
Well,
onto the dog?"
before we do that, she will look. Linda and Samantha will meet, and Linda will be like, "There's a lot of it's gonna have to happen to make this right." And Samantha does kind of a nod of yeah, I get that. And it's like, okay, the very least we could do is close our eyes and have like kind of like a silent prayer for my dog, and that'll at least be something. Because that's a start. Okay, so everybody starts to close their eyes. PCs?
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
keep one. I definitely keep one eye open, looking at Linda.
Okay, Linda is closing her eyes. So it's
Hmm.
not the
That's fine.
it's not the weird game where she's trying to like stab someone or something.
Yeah, no, I'm mostly concerned that she's going to jump in the hole after the thing.
Okay.
No, but
So
I'm kind of keeping
are
one eye
any of the
open.
PCs closing their eyes as Linda requested?
yeah, Eddie would close his
Okay.
eyes.
Dean?
Dean is still in the woods.
Oh,
Oh,
you did you just
He
like
he
you've
I'm
just
sorry.
been watching from the woods?
yeah, he's like hiding in the woods watching.
Okay, that'll be
And,
funny in
and
a whole different way. So you don't even hear it really. You just see people talking in the distance.
yeah, I see people talking in the distance. I'm also trying to like keep an eye out just in case like we don't have any visitors.
Okay. Then I will
No
get to
no
you in
no,
a
no
little bit.
lizard people pun
I will
intended.
get to you in a little bit then, Dean. Amos, you closing your eyes or not?
I'm gonna pretend to and squint.
Okay. Um, as the silent prayer goes off and people are saying, "Oh, sorry for Mr. Pumpernickel," and keep their eyes closed, um, Dean, because he's the furthest away, notices something moving through the brush, and what the fuck? And he just looks in the brush, and like some of the brush is like moving. Derek sees it next because he just has his eyes straight ass open, and he's like, "No, fuck this," and just keeps his eyes open, and he starts seeing like something moving under the leaves towards the
I
hole.
I transform.
That's fair. He transforms in the woods. He's the weird bird man. Uh, Derek, I will give you one response before whatever happens happens. What do you do? The brush is moving. Under the brush is moving.
Okay. Um,
Amos, you can't see it quite yet because you're kind of squinting and pretending. You're like, eh, you know.
um, so I'm imagining that Claire is at least one of the hands that I'm holding. Um,
Probably.
who 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 would you get? Would it be one of the PCs? Maybe Eddie would be the other hand that I'm holding.
For fun, Eddie has their eyes closed, so yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm going to just like step back and bring their two hands together,
Yeah.
and I'm going to move around towards the thing as it's coming at us. And I've got my knife on me too.
Okay, that's your action. You basically have them hold hands with each other and like wheel around to see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean at this point they are obviously going to realize what just happened, so they're
Okay.
probably going to look
Well, you
too.
might hear a rustling of the leaves, but that could be wind. That could be almost anything. The thing that you're gonna get to roll? I'm not the same bird man. Bring fox with it. That's fine. Um, roll a wits about you roll.
hmm Hold on one second.
They
I
don't
actually
need to.
left
They're
my.
not looking. They got their eyes closed.
hmm Well, I mean, again, I think at that point they may have actually like
Amos
once I let.
might have a thing that he will not. Now Amos would probably know something's up. Um, because about now, when you move, he could see you move, and now the brush is moving. So,
hmm hmm
and he's only
Well, I mean, just
squinting.
the
Right.
the two of them are at least aware that something's going on.
Something is
Is what
going
I'm saying.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, they know that something's going on, and I'm making my move
Unfortunately,
towards it.
Dean, even in his transformed state, doesn't have like eagle vision. Something's going on in the brush, but he can't see what.
hmm So you said keep my wits about me.
This is very
I
unusual. So,
roll. I rolled a 6. What is wits about you?
wits about you should be stress or great shock. Persona.
Oh, is it Persona? Oh boy, that's great because I have a +1 in Persona, so that makes it a
Oof.
7.
Okay,
That's good.
let me see what
Yeah.
that exactly gives you. 7.
No.
The GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or an extra price to pay. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. So, what you see, and everyone who has their eyes open or squinting sees, is a wave of rats springs forth from underneath the leaves and starts to rampage into the hole that you've just made.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
The worst
Uh,
outcome is you could get that pendant back, but you have to reach your hand in there.
I'm not just gonna reach my hand in there. I'm gonna just full on. So like
I'm saying
so
that
I.
it's a swarm of rats. If you want to
Mhm.
get that pendant, you have to stick your hand back in there.
Um, can I beat them to the hole, or are we getting to the hole at the same time?
They're basically emerging from the leaves to get into there. So you have to decide whether or not you want to put your hand in there.
Um,
That's fine.
I don't want to. So
Well,
um,
this is your hard choice, isn't it?
yeah,
You could.
you. Well, so here's I'm gonna make the choice harder. I'm gonna use my wish skill. I'm just gonna reach my
Oh,
hand out so I don't have to
oh.
put my whole hand all the way in.
Wait. So what are you doing?
I'm
You're
gonna
extend. You're using your wish to do what?
I'm gonna reach my hand
Yes.
towards the hole, and I'm gonna pull the thing back.
You're okay. So you're using telekinesis with your wish, your ultra reality, to pull the
Yep.
object towards you.
Yep.
Oh yes, roll it, please. I want to see how this could possibly go poorly
Oh my
for you.
goodness. If you need to see it, I don't know if you can see my screen, but I rolled a 6, so that's an 8. You still wanted that to go bad.
Ah well.
Um,
So
so that's a.
I guess I'll have
I
to go with
can pull
Plan
the
B.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you reach your hand down. You're like, oh wait a second, and you're like, yike, and you yank it
Yep.
up, and
Yep.
some of the way the rats try to grasp at it, right, and they can't
hmm
because, but they do fill the hole and kind of skitter. Um,
hmm
at which point the thing starts to heat up that you're
Okay.
holding. What do you
Okay.
do
That's
then?
fine. Is it like getting uncomfortably hot?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh well, Plan B then. This is the
Uh-huh.
feeling you
Uh-huh.
get.
I am going to grab the shovel from Linda,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put the collar around the shovel so that it's hanging down onto the shovel head, so I can hold the shovel in the collar without actually having to touch it,
Okay.
because the collar should be small enough, or I
Yeah,
should be able
yeah.
to make the collar
That's
small
fine.
enough.
You're like, oh, hot, hot,
Um,
hot, hot, hot,
I,
hot, hot.
I would say maybe I take a point of burning damage
Fair.
in that. So I'll give you that. Um, unless you want me to roll something for it.
No, no, that's fine.
But,
This is not. I mean, it's a challenge, but it's not that kind.
yeah,
So you're putting it
cool,
on the
cool.
shovel, um,
hmm
and it starts to like. At this point, everyone's eyes open because uh,
hmm
they scream
Well, they
because that's
hear.
what you do when you see a swarm of rats.
Yeah,
And
yeah, totally.
at that same point in time, where you're wrapping it around it, and they open their eyes and
hmm
scream, a man comes flying from the sky towards you guys. A man in a full. That's how he's described. Because I assume he came flying towards extend my wings, and I'm ready to take myself to take flight. Dean, are you flying towards them? I assume.
Yes. At this point,
Okay,
if
yeah.
you give me that option,
No, that's fine.
Dean leaps. He takes flight and he starts flying towards them.
Okay, so yeah, so about the time you've held the thing aloft, cheerleaders screaming, rats everywhere. A man comes flying through the sky wearing flux leather pants, a black sleeve shirt, and a plague mask, and comes kind of from the sky. Oh my god, this has gone bad. People are screaming, the cheerleaders are screaming.
Yeah,
The
this is
girls
for all they know, this person is
the
controlling the
girls
rats.
are gonna go running. At this point, Linda and Samantha, whatever this is not what they came here for. Everybody's gonna start to scatter.
Can I ask you this?
Yep.
What? So Linda was just praying silently. So it wasn't. She didn't pray out to anyone or anything.
Nope, it was just a silent, like sort of just like we'll have a silent prayer for my dog, and that's it. Linda is in
Okay.
shock. What is there, there's rats, and they're taking the bones, and like they're trying to come in and out of the hole, and
Is
it's just
there an insight type check that I could make to make sure that she isn't just just
it
kind
doesn't you don't need a roll. She obviously doesn't know what's going on.
okay, all right.
By the way, the
I can
object
also
is yeah. Go
but I
ahead.
can also maybe assume that the prayer that she was making might have been to her patron. So her patron kind of found out that way, or is this more
Just a
like
regular. It sounded like a regular. She like a quiet, but you know what I mean, like a silent prayer. Like, okay, I hope everything goes. That kind of thing. Not like you
mostly
know.
just to the dog, like I miss
Yeah,
you. I
yeah.
hope that
That
you're resting, blah blah blah. Okay, all right, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that it wasn't anything, even if it was unintentional, that it wasn't anything that was ominous. So in a sense, we can kind of deduce that uh, something had prepared the rat, like something else knew that this was going to happen, so the rats were prepared for this moment.
correct. Somebody set this trap, or is trying to accomplish something here.
Mm-hmm,
However,
mm-hmm,
the object, excuse me, is
mm-hmm,
starting to glow and blink and multicolor and stuff. So I don't know
mm-hmm,
what you want to consider from that, but you assume
mm-hmm,
something bad's gonna happen, probably soonish.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I've got my knife, and I am backpedaling towards Claire and Eddie
Okay.
as Dean swoops in. Are the cheerleaders just scattering all
Yeah,
of
they
them?
don't. I mean, except for the Anne, who's not really afraid of some rats, but like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of them, and she can't really do a lot here. You know.
Mm-hmm, yeah, rats are hard to fight because they're small
And there's lots of them. It's a wave of
and lots
rats.
of them. Like you're talking
This
like
is
30,
plague tale
40.
stuff.
Yeah, like 30, 40 rats, like sewer
Mm-hmm.
rats, like this big. You know.
Yeah, sorry, Eddie.
No, I was saying out of character. This is like some plague tale stuff.
Okay, cool.
But
It's time
oh,
to destroy that thing.
some of them just to go in action because it's like an action scene, right? So we're gonna go with Derek. They are trying to climb up you and get at the thing at the end of your pole.
As soon as they start coming close to me, I am going to use my new ability.
Are you? You have to transform for that.
Oh, that's correct. Well, I mean, in the mayhem, the only person who's probably going to see me is Anne.
And is right there, yeah.
Um, I. Oh shit.
Split second decision.
Wow.
We need an answer.
And she is looking at me, huh?
Well, she was looking at the general mess. She's the only one mentally stable enough to be like, I will stand and try to like fix this.
Is there? Do they seem like they're fast enough that I wouldn't be able to outrun them?
The rats?
Yeah.
They came out of the brush real fast, so probably they're probably at least human speed.
Oh God.
You're gonna either have to transform or you're gonna have to make some strength checks to throw them off of you.
Okay, I mean, I still have my knife, so but yeah, I will. Oh, strength. Oh, that's my fucking
Yeah,
worst.
it is. It is. It is.
Mm-hmm. Um. Okay, so wait. Let me ask you this: where is Dean right now?
Oh, I was about to get to that. Dean has, by the time this will be over, he will be diving down because he still had to
Um.
fly a
I'm gonna.
distance. You know.
I am going to. I'm going to yell up to Dean. Dean, catch! And I'm gonna throw the shovel into the air.
Okay, that's fine. Still a physical thing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
roll it.
Uh. So -1. That's a. I rolled a 6. So that's a 5.
Uh-oh. That's a
No,
failure, isn't it?
that's a failure.
Okay, you throw the shovel direct. Dean, catch! And the shovel goes a little bit of a distance, because you're not very strong, and lands on the ground. And you know what happens after that? Skip, 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 skip. And then they scoot off into the woods.
It's
I mean,
gone.
they just get it and they go.
It's a failure to a roll. The response is the grab. So you drop the thing, you throw it up in the air, it goes into the pile of rats, which there are a lot of them, and one of them grabs the thing and just starts to scamper off.
But
It grabs
but
the grabs the
they'd have to
shovel.
Not the shovel.
no, but it's attached to the shovel.
Oh,
So
okay. Fair. Fair. No, no, that's fair. They are wrestling it, trying to get it off of the shovel. So that's an
that's fair.
action. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that they I mean if it was just the thing,
If it
then
was
yeah,
just the
they
pendant
could
itself, it would be a problem. But
yeah,
because it's attached to a thing, they have to like, at it to
yeah,
get it loose.
yeah, yeah. All right.
I wouldn't say it's gonna take him
Yeah,
very long though, for sure.
no,
I'm,
probably not.
Dean?
am I next?
Yeah, I figured this makes sense. And then Eddie probably because
Okay.
this is just a lot for Eddie at the moment, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna dive bomb at the shovel and bring my arm out like this and um let me just find my dice roller real quick. I
Oh,
want I
and
want to try to
I don't want
extend
to. I
my
didn't.
sword.
I just realized something. I don't want to feel like I'm ignoring Amos because T's right there too. So it's gonna be sorry. I'm gonna go
Yes.
with Dean, then Alex, then sorry, then Amos, then Eddie. So we'll go with Dean. So what are you
Okay.
doing?
I'm going to extend my arm to uh draw summon my sword and
All right, you're transformed. Yeah, that's perfectly valid. Go ahead.
okay. Um and I have a PowerPoint, right, that I can use.
You do.
I'm gonna use the PowerPoint. Do I have to, can I is that do I have to uh declare I'm gonna use
You're
that now?
spending it beforehand. Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna spend it and let's see. Um sorry, just okay, here I go. I rolled a 9 plus 1 a 10.
Okay.
And
So
I wanna try to swing it in a way to either scurry the rats away or clear enough space where I can grab the
okay.
shovel
No,
and
no, no. You
fly
can
off.
scurry the rats away. They're not very. They see a big hot flaming sword coming towards me. They're gonna freaking run away. However, I will have to make you make a check on another roll, which is excuse me. Keep your wits about you. So I want you to roll that. But you're up close. You're the only one who can hear it, pretty much.
Okay. What is this?
Keep your wits about
Roll
you.
plus
Persona.
persona.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, great. Persona's -1.
I didn't make your stat sheet.
I know. Okay. I rolled a 6, so 5.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh, so you do, first of all, your first roll was successful. So they are pushed away from the object, okay? That can't be stopped. Um, however, you have to basically flee after what happens next. So you wave your flaming sword dramatically. The rats scatter before you, and you're like, yeah, all right. And they're like, no, no, the flyer. And you can hear it it's very, very quiet because you're right up close. Run, run, run. And you're like, it's talking. The rats are talking and screaming. Uh, you kind of just have to you spend the moment just kind of like backing up from it. You were not expecting that. So you like so you spend part of your round just being very unhappy at this moment.
So I don't pick up the shovel.
You don't pick up the shovel
I'm,
because you did
I'm
scare them away, but in the
okay.
process of scaring them away, you went ugh. It's like you kind of like shivered and like moved back from them.
Talking rats.
Amos, what's your plan? I
Yes.
figured you took your time to absorb the situation. This is one hell of a
Exactly.
situation that you're in.
Exactly. So I will 1 second. Yes, so I will try to glimpse the truth about the rats
Sounds good.
and
Glimpse of the
what
truth.
what they control.
I
I will
actually,
also
yeah.
I'm also transforming.
Okay, well, that's out of the bag. All right. So you're
So
gonna.
again, my
trans-
transformation is somewhat subtle.
It's still weird, but yes.
All right. Well, I got a 12 because I have a +1. I actually got like a 13, I think.
Okay. What are you
'Cause I got
doing with your glimpse of
11,
truth?
and then I got +1 from my skill, and then I got +2 from my
You
thing,
think
so
hard.
14.
Okay,
Yeah, I
on your.
think I'm.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
I'm very thought very hard about this.
You can ask a GM a question not on the list on a 14, by the way, and you still have, according to the hold three, there's technically three of those you could ask because it doesn't say that that's not related to the first thing. So I assume you have three questions. Go for it.
Nice. Who's controlling the rats? Like, where's the I guess that's who's in control here. Like, who's controlling the
I
rats?
don't think you're gonna like that answer. The rats are controlling the rats. Does it make you feel better? I don't know if that
There's a,
helps you.
they're like self doing
There,
this
there seem to be
on their own
self-guiding
volition.
because some of them will weave around a different way. Some of them are cowering. Now that you think about it, you don't want to think about it too hard, but it seemed like some of them, the rats had like humanish kind of hands, and they were doing
Well,
like this.
Ugh. Uh, where they're trying to can I sense like where they're trying to go with this thing? Like where they're trying to take the
Not from where you're standing. They haven't got a chance to really get at it. Dean has been kind of scaring them away with his sword, but now Dean, I think, saw something that you saw and is just making faces over there. I don't know what he saw, but I assume it's bad.
Okay. What is the most effective way? Like what are they afraid of? Like
It,
what
it,
is it that they would like what is their kryptonite? Like how do we
it
how
seemed
do
like
I
Firework did actually a really good job of scaring the shit out of them. So that seems to work real well. They don't like it at all. Um,
is
you
that
you
it?
might have to bring Dean around next round or so to get him to get back to work. But
Wait, what do you mean?
well, because you
Oh,
have
you mean
perfect awareness,
yeah.
his
You mean
face is like in shock. He did not expect for them to scream and do all sorts of other weird human things.
right. So he's just like concussed, right? Okay. Uh, got it.
The only reason I'm not making you roll on that is you're like slowly analyzing the situation. This is like like a 14 roll. Ah, yes, you see, they do this, and they do this, and they do this. But
Right. I
if you
mean, I
stopped
would have
and
been
actually thought about it, you might be too.
right. I gotcha. Okay, got it. Uh, so we just gotta gotta get more fire.
Okay. I'm gonna cut to Eddie for a
Is
quick second while you
All right.
consider
sorry,
that.
one more question.
Yep, yep.
Is Derek transformed?
Derek, no.
Okay.
Um,
I
Eddie.
was just
Yeah.
wondering if we had the
No
telepathic.
telepathy yet. No.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I'd like
you
to
woke
roll
up
a
from you opened your eyes and you're holding hands with Samantha.
yeah.
Okay. That's what the seed was, and because you knew that your friend had swapped, that's you had to have known because it's not like he did the magic
Yeah, it's
spell.
not subtle.
He,
I'm like,
he,
what? Huh?
he would have
Excuse
been
me?
he would have been holding hands with Claire. He would have
Oh,
been holding
Claire, I'm
hands with
sorry.
Claire.
No, Claire. So you're holding hands with Claire, and you both open your eyes to surprise to seeing these swarm of rats coming out. Dean,
Yes.
in the midst of this, because I feel like your action is slightly delayed because you're opening your eyes, and now you see the man with the flaming sword come down and scare some of the rats away, and you see Amos kind of making his head real big and thinking about what's going on, and now it's
Yep.
you.
Yeah. I'd like to I rolled a 9 on a be vigilant roll.
Okay. Is it be vigilant? Oh, is that the one that gives you? Okay, let me double check. Okay. Good. Yeah, that's a good choice. What do you want to do with that?
There So I looking around, does it seem like anyone is in immediate danger? Like just can I see, like, are the rats?
They're not really attacking you guys. They're definitely here for a specific reason.
Okay, so is that a question that I just asked, or
Um, I'll let that one go. That's just general observation. So yeah,
right?
that's fine.
Okay. Um, are there any dangers that I haven't noticed?
Hmm. Um, yes. As you look out into the field, because you take a moment to like be vigilant and look out into the leaves, and you do see a little bit more movement.
I see.
So this might be just the vanguard of a larger rat force. I don't know, but it is definitely like out there.
Got it. That's my turn, right?
That no, you get three. How many? What did you roll? A 9?
Yeah,
Okay, a 9. You can hold one. Yes. So technically, your turn is going. Oh no, that's not all of them. There's probably more out there that we can't see. Like
understood.
that's their thought on the matter. Um, let me think. But I'll do it where you start up the next because you kind of got delayed. So what is the next thing you would do?
The next thing I would do, gosh, like everyone's all like my group is sort of disorganized. The news club is, at least.
Yeah.
Um, and he might try to walk in the direction of the thing he noticed rustling.
Okay.
Walk over there, and like in like a way of maybe there's something I can do that might help.
Okay. Sounds good. I will now just go kind of in a weird order, but it makes sense to me. Derek, what are you doing?
Um, is I'm gonna ask it one more time. Is Annie still here? Did she run away when everybody else started transforming?
Um, I don't have a role for NPCs.
That's
However,
fine.
when Amos's head expands like a balloon in the bad Jinji Ito sketch, where it starts to like, you know, to hear,
Hmm.
she will uh, decide to leave. That's
All right.
to save
That's
herself of the trouble of having to deal with this, because this is not. She's meant to help Samantha, so she will start heading in the direction that Samantha is.
okay. Not that that was necessarily going to stop me from
No, for a
transforming,
moment
but
she was going to stand her ground for the ceremony, but then when
yeah,
Samantha left, she took a moment and thought about it and was like, "I'm just going to go with them."
I'm getting you. Looks like you guys got this under control.
Oh, okay, let them
So
lead. It was their thing.
I apparently had the same thing you do.
Well, I've had mine for months, so
Oh God, don't say that. Um, I if I transform, I still get to make an attack of
yep,
some kind.
yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna
Attack the river of
roll
rats
my
that are coming.
I'm gonna roll my hands around and just like shroud myself in darkness and let clouds kind of form around me. And I'm gonna grip my trusty knife, and I'm gonna point it at the largest circle of rats that's too close to the shovel at this
Yeah.
point. And hold on a second, I gotta find my character sheet where it has my new skill on it. You can make a clash attack with a magic beam at close range.
What is the necklace made out of?
Oh, the necklace?
It's
It's a
just a
leather
dog
dog collar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can roll plus mystic for the attack. Damage equal to your mystical rating, which is 2.
Okay.
So, I mean, does it look like there's a few that are kind of like gonna start trying to make that move back
Yeah.
towards?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to hit that
Right.
that more aggressive group with
Okay.
an attack roll. So I'm rolling.
Alrighty. Um,
All right.
they don't really get a dodge in this. Neither do you guys. So they're just gonna get hit with whatever the hell that is.
Uh-huh. They sure are. So I rolled an 8.
Yep.
So let me go over to class because I don't normally look at this. Come on. On a 10 plus, so this is a new skill, so I'm still kind of
Yeah.
learning it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You both do damage to each other. You do damage equal to your weapon damage or your physical rating in the hand to the combat or something like that.
So here's the thing: we're
So
both
so
in a
so so what
physical.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
is happening is I'm gonna hit that one patch, but there's a few rats that were still next to me, and they start like just gnawing at my leg.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Because
yeah,
what
so
you and if you wanted to prevent harm, you'd have to have the way to like suffer one less harm. Excuse me.
yeah, I would. Actually, so because I'm doing this, I also get to use my other ability, which is my vampiric ability for the first time. Which this could go horribly wrong as well. Uh, when um you add life draining to your attack, you heal back as many points as you inflict. Um, okay, so basically, if you allow me to do this, if you don't allow me to do it, it's fine. Um, so it would basically become like I wouldn't end up taking any damage because of the vampiric thing, but I have to roll persona
Yeah, that's fine.
and
I'll let that happen because you're basically using a ray gun, and the ray gun can well, it's vampiric touch, right? You have to actually be able to touch it.
well, so it the in the first place, it's um the beam is like a close range beam, so I must be like at least reasonable because I didn't throw the 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 shovel that far,
Yeah.
so I kind of like take a few steps forward, and I'm hitting them with the beam,
Right.
so I'm at least close enough. But because the ones that are on my leg, so I'm gonna
All
say
right.
I'm
All
kind of
right.
draining
That's
them.
fine. Go ahead.
Um, in this regard. So I have to then make a persona roll,
Oh,
and
that'll
if
be
this
fun.
goes bad, if I have a +1 to persona, if this goes bad, then okay, good. I got a 9. And so on a 7 to 9, you enjoy. So I basically like one of them bites me, and I reach down with my free hand, and I pick it up, and I bite the rat, and I suck its blood,
Okay.
and I
So
get the 2
here,
points,
yeah, let me.
back. And so let me just let you know, you enjoy the taste of life force and must continue attacking that target next turn.
That's fine. He's probably dead after you sucked him dry anyway. Okay.
Well, I'm kind of assuming the swarm of rats is like one target in a
No,
sense.
they're kind of just a whole bunch of little targets. So I'm going to explain what you did. You go and you
Okay.
spray your ray gun, and you fry a bunch of them, and they of course scream and cry out, and that's also horrible. And then you grab one of them that's on your leg because he's trying to bite you, and you bite into him, and he screams too because you're draining him. Ah,
Oh
and you
my
put him in your
God.
mouth.
That's
I don't.
horrible.
Feel free if anyone wants to run any kind of like keep your wits about you. That's all you. But if you just want to say that this is horrible and you're just trying to ignore it, that's fine.
I will roll a keep a wits about me.
That's fine. He's right next to you. You said you were kind of next to each other.
Yeah.
Derek doesn't get to roll because he's being the monster. If you're the
What's that a
monster, you
plus
don't have to
on?
roll.
Like, what roll
Yeah,
is that?
no.
That
I mean, in a
persona-
sense, that's what my persona role was.
Right, you
was
exactly. If you're the
do
monster,
I
you don't
lose?
have to.
Because if I rolled a 6 or below, I would have in a sense lost control.
Yeah.
All right, that's an 11.
Okay. Wow,
What
this
a-
is
what
really...
what kind of force are you controlling?
He shot basically a dark ray gun from his hands and fried a bunch of them.
So is it like I'm saying, what kind of like what is the source of that power?
Him.
Oh, that's the same. It's the same power.
Is it just like the same as ours, or is it
Yep.
like evil?
Yeah. Nope.
That's the same power. Yep.
I
my
mean,
God.
you might consider some of my powers to be kind
And
of
then
evil.
he
I'm basically like if depending on how much you know about D&D, I basically used Eldritch Blast on them, and then when they attack me back, I use my Vampiric Touch to not lose the hit points.
I don't
So-
know D&D, but also I did not see any of these skills in the fucking rulebook.
the ray gun is in the rule book, and the vampire.
Yeah, no, it's just
yeah.
like it's funny that like you were able to find all of these because I was like
Yeah.
I've looked through it and I like don't remember anything this crazy in there.
So yeah, he
Yep, I
basically.
found all the craziest shit.
But the way he described it, I thought he was just gonna grab it and it would shrivel. But no, he went straight up for. And he just
Oh.
screaming, and his legs are going.
Ozzy Osbourne, like.
Oh my god.
I think I will not keep my wits about you because I don't think I would be that affected by all of this.
All
As
right,
I am
that's
a very
the big brain.
I'm an analytical mind,
It
and
had
I
to be
can
done. It
and
had
I
to be
can
done.
I can process this all with facts and logic.
Dean comes out of his whatever the hell that was last round. Dean, I'll let you go next. You still have a flaming sword, but this is horrible. And
This day is just getting better. What is? I'm. So I scattered rats.
they screamed and made noises at you.
Yep, and then Derek blasted rats and
And ate
started to eat one. I'm gonna pick up the shovel and with my free hand, and I'm gonna fly away.
Okay. That's fine. I just want you to make one more physical roll because rats are going to try to cling to the shovel you've just picked up.
Okay.
Get off of this thing, you.
9.
Okay, that's fine. It's not a terrible. They're only rats. I mean, they're weird and they're strange, but they're rats. So you
Get off
move,
my shovel!
you fling the rats into the air as you with a shovel, and okay. Now the question is, the blinking black thing at the end of your shovel is going a lot faster now. Um, what do you do with your shovel?
What happens when I touch the sword to the blinking black thing?
The eternal question of all things in the universe. I don't know. Do you want to try that?
I do want to try that.
Okay. Now in order. Oh,
Is
you know
there
what?
like a pavilion or something that I can land on top of where I'm away from the rats for the time being, just so I can be more conscious about doing this? So I'm not doing it in air,
You want to
in
land
flight.
on something and then do that. I'll give you the. You fly up, you swing the things around, you find something to perch on, and then you poke it, right?
Yes.
Okay. First off, Amos, because you haven't had an action yet, You see the scene unfold before you. He flies up, he lands on it, and your perfect awareness goes, "Oh, oh, this not probably won't be good. What do you want to do?"
Wait, sorry, what was the blinking thing?
That was
I-
the old the relic that you pulled. That's the collar.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
because
got it.
I am because Amos, before you go, because I'm transformed, we all are connected now. So
Correct.
if you need to say something to him, you can.
Right, Dean just hit it with the.
Well, no, he is about to.
I'm about to.
You see him in slow motion, being like, "I wonder what happens when I poke this." You know.
Huh. Okay, let me think about this. I mean, I don't necessarily think that anything bad would happen. I don't know. Why would it?
I don't know.
But is there any? Huh. There's gonna be glimpsing the truth again, I guess. I'm just trying to think if there's any way to like pick it up without touching it.
He has. It's on the end of a shovel, and he's on a roof, or more like a place where you rest in the woods. And he's in slow motion. Looks like he's gonna go test out the blinking thing with his end of his sword.
Well, I mean, I guess I would suggest to kind of wait on that and to wait for everyone to group up and examine the thing. Can I? Why is it blinking? I guess I'll just fucking glimpse the truth again. Shit.
Okay.
Guys,
roll
you
it.
don't think I should? I'm thinking this. You guys don't think I should destroy this now?
Well, okay, I got a 14 again.
Okay. Do you want to ask me a question real quick?
Yes. Also, wait. Hold on. Just I want to check something else. My other skill, Savant, copy. Just want to double check what this does again. Keep forgetting because they're all kind of similar, but also kind of different.
I gotta I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I gain a power point. By the way, I gain a power point every time I roll a 10 plus.
That's fine.
So this is a second power point for me. Why is it blinking?
Oh, it's probably going to explode.
Oh, like it looks like it's doing like a bomb.
Yeah, like
blinking.
bloop 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 bloop. You know.
Hey, Dean or Derek. No, Dean. You might want to get away from that thing. It looks kind of unstable.
Well,
Haven't you played video games? It looks like looks like it's about to blow.
yeah, but should I give it back to the rats?
Maybe just leave it leave it up on the thing and get away from it.
I'm gonna set it down on whatever I'm perching on,
Beep.
and I'm gonna fly away.
Beep. The shelter, the woods are on fire. The shelter explodes. And wood shrapnel goes flying through the air, and a purple cloud shoots up into the sky and then disappears on the horizon.
Purple cloud.
That's what happened around us. That's what happened around us when we fought Mr. Pumpernickel.
Wait.
There was a purple cloud when we fought Mr. Pumpernickel, or
It
it
was
was a
green.
cloud.
It was like a green.
It was green.
fog.
Oh, you're right. I thought there was something purple going on.
Since I have 2 more questions, did I get a sense of like what the cloud was?
Dark, malevolent energy.
It was like an energy cloud. Got it.
The rats start to back off too.
Stupid fucking rats. Okay. Dean, are you okay? I assume he survived. I guess we can still sense him.
Yeah. He just decided to put the thing down beforehand. It was
Oh,
basically
Jeez, that was a close call.
Well, good thing you listened to me. You know, like Like
Oh.
for once, you actually listened to us and didn't just like do your own
I
thing.
no, I always listen to you guys. It's just that I make the conscientious decision to ignore you. But
Right.
I'm glad I listened to you this time. Wow, I owe you one.
Well, that's for sure. Can you fly back and see if there's anything left of the thing? Or I guess everything's on fire, right?
Yeah, the woods are a little on fire. Yep, and the
I'm
gazebo
gonna fly over
kind of
anyway and
blown
just
up.
see if there's anything like.
Yeah, I guess he's flying, so
Okay. There's nothing left of that collar. It was vaporized in the explosion.
I
wow.
wonder why the rats wanted it, and then it exploded.
Can we see which way the rats are going?
Amos, did you want to use your third question? Because you had three,
Well,
I think.
I'm saying, can I see which way the rats are going?
Back out under the brush to the north.
Is that the same direction the cloud went?
Yes. Good call. Yep.
Uh, maybe we should follow the rats, assuming they're going the same way the cloud is going, since they're both going to the north. Thoughts?
What was that
Yeah.
rumble that I
Yeah, I
detected
actually-
earlier?
I actually had a
People who
plan.
can fly.
I actually had a plan for that. If our benevolent and handsome keeper was gonna let me bend a rule like I always try to.
Are you gonna possess one of the rats?
No, I don't have that ability.
Oh damn.
At this point, they're probably all out of melee. I can't do what I have to do, which is to attack them. So my bloodlust is going to enrage me to follow after them. And so I'm going to ask if I can summon an undead minion. But I'm looking for something that would not just be like your typical zombie, but maybe like
Fast moving.
something fast moving, like a
Perfect. I got something for you. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I was just thinking like a big dead horse.
No, I got something. Don't worry. Ready to
Okay.
go.
All right, cool. Yeah, so might as well tell you what it is, because I'm running after them and like calling the thing up in front of me as I'm just like,
From
running as fast as I possibly can, knowing that my speed is terrible and that I need
deep within
something.
the earth, a loud roar comes, and it is the sound of a dog
Yeah.
as it climbs out of the hole and starts running behind you.
Oh, Mr. Pumpernickel's back.
It was actually funny
I'm sure
because I was
Linda
actually
will be
hoping it was going to be.
pleased.
I was hoping it was going to be like a giant Great Dane. But
Well,
I was like, that
He was a
didn't seem
big
like
dog. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
a huge dog.
Yeah. So
And he's nearby.
jump. So I jump on its back, and continue after
This
them.
is
I'm like,
super awkward, but yes, go ahead.
yeah. So I'm gonna let everybody know I'm in pursuit, and if anyone can actually, you know what? I don't even know if I don't necessarily say that, but they can kind of tell. But I'm just like kind of seething in this moment because I need to kill and possibly eat more of these rats.
Okay, just so you know,
I haven't fed in a long time.
what
I
you
can, just so you know, I can absorb energy the way that you had said it because it's been so long. That's why I had eaten one.
okay?
Is
When you
Mr. Pumpernickel a giant dog again, or just a regular sized
just
dog?
like a regular sized German Shepherd, but still a large dog. Um,
Okay.
but however, because it's undead, it doesn't have to worry about things like strength. It shouldn't be anyway. Like, what does it matter if there's a person riding on top of me? It's still a magical abomination. So,
Mhm.
the
I'm
thing
going to fly
I'm-
over or behind, like in pursuit of Derek.
it's 1 o'clock in the day. there's a man riding an undead creature through the town, followed by a man in a bird suit or something. After a
I thought they
giant
were going into. I thought they
explosion,
were going into. I thought they were going into the woods.
don't know what they were, but I'm saying during the day there was a man, sorry, racing through the woods on a
Mhm.
dog, a person flying through the air in a bird costume. The woods are burning it on fire, and there was a loud explosion. Does that encapsulate what's happened?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
Yeah,
No.
pretty much.
gotcha.
This is going completely fucking
Sounds
haywire.
reasonable to me, yeah.
Okay, all right. Now the reason it was the dog is because you're like, I need it fast, I need it now, because it's an immediate thing, and it's
Mhm. Right there.
literally there.
Perfect. It's funny because I was thinking I should have just said the dog when I was thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's great.
Okay. Done. Fuck, I gotta see what's going on with you guys. Eddie, what the hell are you gonna do?
Okay, so I missed something. There was an explosion.
Yes, the pendant, sorry, the pendant, the collar, decided it wanted to detonate rather than, I guess,
Alright,
you
so
guys have it
right.
anymore.
All right, I didn't hear, you know, that rustling I was
And a-
going to investigate.
Yeah.
Anything
and I
happen with
came out
that?
of it.
You did see that the rustling extended past the end of the woods, and it kind of was coming out of like a drain, like a what do they call it? The sewer entrance. You know, like the what do they call it? The drain. It's coming out of the drain.
Ooh. Eddie's going full investigator. I feel like Eddie wants to figure that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna like run. I'm just gonna start running in that direction.
Okay. At a distance, you see a birdman and a, you know, the scene I've already described. But yes, you guys are generally headed in the same direction. Okay, Amos.
I mean, I guess I'll follow as well. I mean,
Yeah.
seeing how there's not really anything better to do. Uh, I yeah. I think I still have one more. By the way, I still have I think one more question that I can I hold it.
You can feel free to ask it. You know what? This has been a hell of a day. Sure. Have your last
No, I'm
question.
saying can I wait
Not
to ask?
between scenes. That doesn't seem
No.
fair.
Let me think.
Nope.
The rats, the cloud, explosion. Huh. So I did ask this before that about the rat, like who's controlling the rats. You
Yeah.
said that they're moving on their own volition, but like, how can that? I guess where can I think about where they could be going?
Yes. That's fair. You think that they came from a specific direction. You have kind of a layout of the town, in your head because you're a big brain, and you go, okay, they probably came out of the sewer. Eddie's kind of over there looking down at where you think they might have come from, and you think that they're retreating back that way now, which is of course what Eddie also sees. They've changed direction and are now heading back into the sewer.
But like I'm saying the sewer, but like where where are they where's the cloud going? I guess.
Just it's kind
The-
of hard to follow a speeding bolt of energy through the
I
sky.
guess there's no like specific destination I can like
It's
deduce.
not at the speed it was traveling. It's that way.
Got it. Damn. Was it traveling north towards the is it traveling north towards the caves?
No, more like the center of town.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, I guess this is not even a question. That was the question, I guess.
Okay.
But like, I guess just for the rest of the crew, the people in town will see this thing. Like will see the cloud. So I think we can probably find where it lands eventually by asking people in the town. Like people will, like there will be witnesses if it passes all the way through the town or if it lands somewhere. If that makes
Logical.
sense. Yep.
We can ask them if they're alive, and if they're not, I can raise them from the dead.
Whoa, ever the optimist, I see.
I guess.
There's always something. I am the utility knife in every campaign. That's my thing, and so don't worry, I'll figure it out.
Got it.
I I wasn't so sure about this character, but I'm loving this character more and more.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of hit the jackpot of like absolutely overpowered characters.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
the game is ending in 4 minutes. The only thing I can
Mhm.
think of is the cloud approaches through the city, right? Oh, they can't. It's moving really fast, so they might not see it. It's like, over the top. And in hot pursuit is a man riding an undead dog, a man flying through the sky. And a couple. No, Amos still has his big head, right? Just not that it's out of all of this. This is still there. And then Eddie, who looks completely normal, but with the radio, like following
Yep.
behind.
Well, my head would be, I guess, like getting smaller in size as I'm not actively using my skills, right?
Sure, if you don't want to use your skills and make your head small as you approach, that's fine. Eddie, I have a choice for you. Eddie could either follow the main group or slip into the sewers and try to follow the rats.
That was the plan. Slip into the
Okay.
sewers.
Okay, Eddie, you go through the sewers, and we'll get back to what happens to you. Right.
Well, aren't I also following the rats, or am I following a different pack of rats?
What's up? Well, they were
Am I?
fleeing. Are you gonna try and follow them with the dog into the sewer? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was just using the dog to keep
okay,
up
but
with
you're
wherever they were
definitely
going.
gonna. Sorry, let me adjust this slightly. Eddie goes into the sewer. You are following Eddie. Amos, though, said he was following the cloud. I thought that was the plan. Am I wrong here, Amos?
Yeah, I'm trying to run after the
Okay,
cloud.
so if you're going following the cloud, you're going to town. Okay, this actually negates half of the problems, so that's good in a way. Dean, were you following the cloud because you could fly? I guess.
I'm following David's character. I'm following Derek.
Okay, in that case, you're going to be going into the sewer. All right, so let's rewind a little bit. What? Go ahead.
Oh, I guess I didn't catch that. So the last thing I knew that Dean was doing, he was flying in the same direction as Derek on the dog. So if he
You see Derek
headed down into the
sewer,
sewers, then
yeah.
I guess I am too.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought Derek was flying through the sky.
Well, not Derek. Dean was. Derek was just riding on Linda's dog.
Or rather, yeah, Dean was flying through the sky.
Yeah, but he was in pursuit. He was following Derek on
rats.
his undead steed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first things first. Eddie realizes they go into the sewer. Eddie knows that's where he needs to go. The question is, how are you going to get there? There is a manhole cover. What's your strength, Eddie?
Ooh, well, you want my modifier, or
Like, yeah, you'd have to roll a physical thing to get the lid off.
I can roll a physical.
Okay, go for it.
That's a total of a 3.
Hold on,
Not
I'm
great.
I'm sure that's a success.
I'm trying to think of how bad that is. You pick it up.
Well, I must be pretty close to Eddie with my dog, but
Yeah,
I'd be
but
able to
Eddie, yeah, but Eddie got basically when before shit even went bad, he was literally going in that direction. So he's ahead of
Okay,
you.
okay, I got you. Yep.
Eddie, take a point of damage as you drop a lid on your feet in a dramatic fashion.
Okay. Out of 9 out of 10, I think. Well, I healed from
Yeah, you healed from before. Yeah.
All right.
Clang! Ah! Fucking foot.
That's a failure.
Okay. Derek can catch up at this point, though. Ow.
Oh, yeah. Let me help you with that. And I'm gonna have the dog help me lift the thing out of the way at this point.
Okay, it's got a
The
strength
dog
of
has
1.
the dog has a strength of 1. Yeah.
So roll dice and strength of 1.
Is there any kind of assist, or is it just
No, because you're using the dog and not yourself.
just making sure? All right, that's an 8.
Okay. I'll say that you assisted a little bit. You scampers at it, and you kind of, with the group of you, push up the lid. At this point, Dean probably lands down there, and you stare down the manhole cover as everything goes dark, and you see swarms of rats pushing through the sewer off in a direction. And then I'll close it.
Nice.
You want to go down there?
Currently, yeah, I have to.
And